FDA approved?
Yeah.
Yeah.
FDA regulated.
Yeah.
I think labels are allowed to be like 70% wrong. Is that like a thing?
I fucking hope not.
It's like something.
Oh shit!
It's like it's crazy.
I don't know why I'm buying organic. Hold on.
Yeah, right.
What would you even say that? What margin of error can nutritional labels
Be incorrect.
What margin of error can nutritional labels be incorrect? Oh my God. 20% inaccurate.
Okay.
You said 70?
Yeah, I knew it was something crazy.
Pooch.
20 is still.
Oh
yeah,
my
but
God.
I think 20 is still pretty wild.
No, that's insane. That's insane. According to the FDA, nutrition labels can be inaccurate by up to 20%. This means that the amount of calories, carbs, or sugars listed on a label could be up to 20% more than what's actually in the food.
So they could sneak cocaine into our stuff, and we would never know.
I don't think that's what they were getting at. But I think they were just
That number's
saying
gonna
it might
keep
be,
going up.
It might be 5 extra grams of carbs, not Pablo version.
Cocaine.
Oh my God.
We got what? 5 more years. It'll be at 30%.
You think you're giving them 5 years for 30?
I
I'm
mean,
giving them 5 years for 60. I'm going right back to where you
Yeah.
were at.
It's
It's almost 70%.
true.
It's ridiculous, man. You know, you think you're doing well. You think you're, I don't know, new studies every other day. It seems like it comes out that there's just another ingredient that we've been consuming that is horrific for us. And it's not even like, even on a consumption level, that's one thing. But even, I think there were reports of aluminum foil being horrific for you now too. That had cancer-causing ingredients. Like, bro, what? At the end of the day, what can I use, bro? That's not trying to kill me.
Yeah, nothing.
Is it so much to ask for something that's manufactured that isn't trying to actually decease me?
I mean, even deodorant now. Like not
isn't
now.
the whole point to have repeat customers?
It's everything.
You're killing your customers.
It's the towels you use, the soap.
Oh, yeah.
deodorant. It's everything.
Yeah,
Everything out
it's
there.
the underwear that we're wearing, the
Yeah.
microplastics that are in our balls. It's that is crazy. The microplastics that are in our nutsack.
Yeah,
It's insane.
that's it. We're not wearing any underwear.
I can't not wear. Okay, here we go.
But-
We're going commando.
We're going in real quick. My buddy Sam, shout out Sam. He's been on the podcast before. We were at the wedding, my buddy's wedding in North Carolina. We're at the wedding.
The wedding.
Mr. Orlando, Mr. and Mrs. Orlando. And basically, I forget how we got on topic, but he said that he doesn't ever wear underwear. And when your brain just short circuits, like I was in the middle of talking and doing something else, but you hear something in the background and I just went, wait a minute, you don't ever wear underwear. And he just goes, no, you're not wearing underwear right now in these suit pants.
Oh God.
He goes, no. Thick linen like that. No underwear. I go, don't you chafe? He's like, oh, I use a lot of powder and
Baby powder.
ball cream. And I go,
Isn't that even worse?
I feel as though
That's even worse.
that's just going to make a sloshy mess of everything
Just
down
super
there.
Uncomfortable.
And he wound up, I love his hand, bro. He wound up sweating through the suit pants through the back too, a little bit, because it was 104. Listen, it was a 104 degree ceremony outside in South Carolina, technically at the time. But North Carolina, whatever. But anyway, 104 degree ceremony outside, sweating. I was sweating through the suit out of my back. I'm like, bro, your nuts are on fire right now.
You're
Dog,
nuts.
Dog, your nuts are on fire. I know they are. There's no way that you're not going to sweat through the suit pants. And he did. He sweat through the suit pants.
But also putting all those the cream or the powder, that's even worse than wearing, the underwear. All the chemicals, all the shit in the powder.
Oh yeah, what was
That's
it?
even worse.
What was the chemicals that were found in? Was it talc powder?
I think it was talc powder. Talcum
Yeah,
powder.
I don't know.
Talcum powder?
Yeah, I think that's what it was. Really hitting this.
This is a whole different
really
animal right now.
Talking about nuts.
That's all right.
Talcum powder, also known as talc, is made from a naturally occurring mineral that's composed of magnesium, silicon, oxygen, and hydrogen. Yeah, but get to the stuff that's actually killing us.
Yeah, right.
Because there's something else in there. It ain't just that. Let's be honest for a second. I remember watching a documentary on Netflix about it. It was the same documentary. If anybody remembers, they were talking about gel manicures and how horrible the chemicals are on the gel manicures, that the nail technicians were getting sick and getting cancer and fucking dying from that shit.
Man, it's scary shit.
Bro, it's
scary
insane.
shit.
Walking into a salon is just nauseating.
Oh, it's nauseating.
I can't go in there.
No, I go in there. I get the dogs done. I get the hands done. We got the prettiest feet on the East Coast for like a day, and then they just get fucked up again, and then that's it. That's the longest I'm in a nail salon.
Yeah,
I love those calf massages. Pooch,
I could use one right
Pooch.
now. If there's
Don't listen, man. Don't tempt me with going to get ramen after this and going to get a pedicure because I will fucking do it. I will.
Hey.
Have you ever gotten a pedicure?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm just making sure.
I have to.
I figured.
Yeah, I mean, it feels good, but
Pooch needs all the calf massages in the world.
He does. He needs all the TLC in the world. There's a couple of reflexology spots in town that I'm so tempted to just go to on a Friday night. Just like hit my calves for an hour. Just hit my calves for an hour. Just grab the dogs and just twist them. I just need something.
if there was ever a day I needed a calf massage, it was right now.
Is it because of the work that you put in yesterday or the work
Yes.
that you put in today?
Absolutely yesterday.
Because I saw them squats this morning. That looked brutal.
God.
Buffalo bar.
Buffalo
I
bar.
finally got it. Yeah, it was good. It felt good. Felt good on the shoulders. Felt good on the come down and on the way up. But Pooch did a lot of plyos yesterday, so that his calves are
With
probably
Chris, right?
fucking
Yeah.
fire.
Yeah, a lot of work. I'm never doing that. So, I mean, jumping into that, literally, no pun intended, was just a whole different animal for me. But it felt good. Like, it was a great workout. I loved it. It was just like, I was not expecting to feel the way that I felt this morning. And then Tom is like, no, nothing against you. This motherfucker, he starts saying, we're going to do, what was it, box step-ups? And I was like, this guy was watching this video yesterday. He knows I did these yesterday, but I got to do it anyway. So, I mean, 15 each leg. So it's going to be 4 rounds. And then he's like, we're squatting today. And I'm like, oh, just take the gun right to me.
Hey, I deadlifted and I benched, and I'm like, all right, this just falls on squat. day,
100%. No. I got to do it.
Tom was sitting at home, leg up, like he always does when he's about to write the programming for the day. He's sitting there with his whiteboard, and he's just like, he's watching social media, he's watching Instagram, and he just sees Pooch come up doing all the different plyos and everything that he did yesterday. And he just goes, how can I make Pooch look really bad?
100%.
I know exactly what we're gonna do.
100%.
Listen, I could write a 20-round fucking box squat workout. Pooch will do it. He'll do it, and he'll go run. He will go run. I don't know how he does it. That is the basis of what we're going to get into today, because I've been training with Pooch for
I think it's like 2.5.
two and a half years now, and I don't know how he does it. It's very admirable. Like, he'll train with me, like the shit that I fucking do, and then he'll go run. I can't, like, I think I could do it, but mentally, I'm just baked after all my sessions, and for the rest of the day, I don't want to do shit. But I'm also running the gym, so I guess like that kind of plays into it too. But he's a gym teacher in the Bronx. He drives fucking, probably 2-3 hours a day in traffic, and he'll train with me, and then he'll go run and he'll do his thing. So it's incredible. I don't know how he does it. So,
Just kind of molded into it. Like, it's the same thing every single day. I don't even think about it like that anymore. But also, this guy's I'm not to like, go compliment for compliment here, but like, this guy's also putting up like 5-6 plates on the landmine, and I'm doing 2, and I'm looking at him like, how the fuck is he doing this shit? I've never seen some of the stuff. Like, I mean, I've been around some incredibly strong athletes. This guy, I've never seen the power that he puts out every day. I mean, I know we've talked about it on here. You've talked about it in the past, but like, he is putting up weight that I have never even seen before. It's really, really remarkable. So
I literally show your page to people, and I just go, he's a psycho. I literally say openly, like, I'm just like, he is a nut job. You got to come train. I go, you gotta come try it out. You have to just come hang out and just see in person, because when you're around that type of training and you're around that type of environment, it's not necessarily that you want to compete with it, but you want to match it, and you want to make that person that is doing better than you in that, like you want to make them proud to say that you're progressing in a similar fashion.
Yeah.
And no, I'm sorry, Tom, but
go right ahead. You're good.
I mean, people watch the Instagram, they watch his stories, they watch and I get it. Like, you could, for anyone, the everyday Instagram person, they're looking through, they're like, all right, it's the same thing over and over again. But like, when you're there and you're watching someone do this every single day, putting in the work every single day. It's just like you got to give the guy some credit here, man. It's like, it's really, really remarkable what he does. So, I mean, like, I know what I do is crazy. Like, definitely. I run 5 days a week right now. I'm marathon training, and I'm going to him 5 days a week. I don't know when I'm really resting, to be honest with you, but I mean, there are days.
I hate to interrupt you. Do you wear a Whoop or activity tracker?
I do. Yeah, I wear the Garmin. I have a Phoenix, and then
What is your recovery like? What does it say?
Right now, I'm actually really, really good. Only because I'm off right now. I'm a school teacher, so I get that extra hour of sleep, and then like midday, I'll take that hour nap around 1-2 o'clock. So it's actually not terrible. From September to June, it's not the greatest, not gonna lie, but get through it. And it's gonna be a little bit different in the fall. I'm not gonna be doing what I'm doing currently right now. It's gonna be so difficult to run whatever it is, say 6 miles and go to Tom, because it's just, with time, it's going to be very, very tough. But we'll see what happens.
And you said you're marathon training for the New York Marathon?
Not New York. I'm doing the Marine Corps Marathon, which is going to be in October. It's in DC.
Oh, that's cool.
I did New York, 2 years ago? That was brutal. A lot of fun. Probably the best experience of my life. But yeah, we're just trying to do other ones right now. Did Chicago. Now we're doing Marine Corps.
And what made you land on it? Just was there like something that you saw in passing that you said that'd be like a fun marathon? Because there's so many.
Yeah, no.
How many marathons there are. There are so many that are advertised. So sometimes to find like really cool ones, through the thick of it.
Yeah, so the majors, there's 6 of them. It's New York, there's Boston, there's Chicago, and then the international are Tokyo, Berlin.
Oh, Tokyo would be gangster.
And London. Yeah, Tokyo would be sick. But you got to like enter them, or you have to qualify. And I know Boston, I don't know if you guys know, it's, I believe for my age, which is 33 in August, it will be, there we go. Virgo season.
Come on, baby.
Oh, let's go.
What day are you?
27.
Oh, 29th.
Oh, okay. Let's go.
Let's go.
I've been sick if you guys had the same birthday.
I know. Austin trip.
Yeah. Wait, this is awesome.
Let me know if you guys want to go.
We're gonna do it. We just gotta pick a weekend.
Yeah, let me know.
But I entered Berlin and I didn't get in. Same thing with London. And I was like, I got to do something. I want to, like, I've been running a lot. I want to get into something different. New York, I want to do New York again. It was just like not the right time for me to do it. It was the best thing I think I've ever done. Just the atmosphere. I mean, I can go into that for another whole other segment, but like, I wanted to do something different. A couple of my buddies, they were doing Marine Corps, and I was like, hey, let's just do it. It's in the fall. It's pretty local. And from what I've talked to other people, they said it was an awesome marathon. So why not? Give it a shot.
New York Marathon is when, usually?
It's November 5th, 6th, around that time.
I feel like I've never heard about it having like pristine weather. I feel like every time I've heard it, it's like rainy or it's cold or people are like crowding up in the porta potties.
Saying, go home, don't do this.
Yeah, man. Exactly. I had Nicky Louisi, who was a good friend of mine from Roslyn. He used to own Roslyn Social in Roslyn. Obviously, he came through and he talked about his training for it, and he was telling me that was like the weather, and they were hiding in the porta potties to try to stay warm. And then I heard a similar story from somebody else that went through it, and I was like, that doesn't sound fun at all. It's not like a good time at all.
Nah, 100%.
Do it. I don't know. I feel like do it in the fall, like early fall, so it's warm but not too cool, or do it in the spring.
I did it. It wasn't this past, so that was 23. I did it in 2022. It was actually so hot. I think I started, it was like high 60s, which is just miserable. Because, your
That's
start
miserable
time
for the marathon?
I mean, your start time was like 9-ish for me. It was like maybe like 9:15. And the weather just kept getting hotter and hotter. 5. So like when you're at like mile, forget it, like 5 to 8, you're like already just drenched and you're cooked. You're cramping up a little bit. I mean, I saw people, it was my first marathon, so I don't know what to expect. I'm just kind of like taking in everything. I'm looking at people. I'm, waving at babies. I'm taking bananas from people. I was just like, this is like unreal. But like the other thing is like, you also mentally got to be like seeing people over here. You're like, they're crawling right now because they're cramping up. It's like mile 15 and you're like, bro, you got another 11 miles to go. You got to stay on there. You know what I mean? Like, so it's tough.
Sucks.
What was that grocery store comedy movie, the cartoon, where all the food starts getting chopped up and they're all freaking out? You know what I'm saying? Seth Rogen was one of the voices for it. Sausage party.
Sausage party.
That's
yeah,
what it was
yeah,
like.
yeah.
That was like that's Pooch is looking
Yo.
around after he's waving at the babies.
Oh my god.
He's watching everybody start falling and fucking.
It's really, if you guys have never been, I don't know if you ever want to run it, maybe you will one day, but if you got to go at least to experience it. It's something else. It's
I'll
the
go
best day in the
spectate.
city.
I'll go check it out.
Yeah, why not?
Go check it out.
So Pooch, what is your origin story? I don't think I've ever talked to you about it. What was like the start for fitness, for training? What was like your beginning point?
Wow. Loaded question. I'll give you all of it, but it's gonna be loaded. You know, when I grew up, I was always that short, skinny kid. You know, couldn't put on weight, couldn't gain weight. You know, I belonged to like a Bally's in 10th grade. Didn't know what the hell I was doing. I went with a Bally's Fitness. It was like
a very, I guess, older LA Fitness.
pretty much. Yeah. I think LA Fitness took it over. BALLYS.
Yeah, is it BALLYS?
I think.
Tom's looking it up.
Yeah, I think it's Bally's. BALLYS.
Hold. Bally's Fitness. Okay. Bally's Fitness, St. Augustine. Bally's Gym.
What was the heaviest the dumbbells went to?
What owns Bally's Gym?
I
Daryl
wasn't
and David
lifting them.
Bally have worked together. Yeah, it's like a LA Fitness, like bodybuilding gym ish. All right, cool. So Bally's, go ahead.
So I went to
I never heard of it.
Yeah.
I went to Bally's. I would literally go there probably like 4 days a week with a buddy, and we would just hit machines. Nothing else. Had no idea what I was doing. I mean, like literally no plan, nothing. Just kind of like two high school kids just going in there and just fucking around, pretty much. After that, I kind of like took like a little, I don't know, like a little break from it, and then had to be around like senior year of high school. You know, you're graduating, you don't know what's going on. You're going, at least for me, I was going to Nassau Community College. So it was like, I'm staying home. I want to do something different. Like, you know, what can I do? So I was like, I kind of want to put on some size. I want to do other things, but what gym can I go to? What direction do I have? At the time, I was like, I don't know about CrossFit yet. I don't know about anything else. I was still like such a newbie to everything, but I was at Roosevelt Field Mall one day, and there was a desk, and there was a guy there, and they were selling, I think they were just opening Export Fitness. Do you remember that? Okay.
Yeah, I used to go.
So-
I used to go every now and then.
Yeah.
So again, like it was just me. I was like so like sold on. They had a pool. I think they even sold me that they had like rock climbing, and I've never seen it there, to be honest with you.
I think it was at one of the other ones. They had the rock climbing wall. I know they had the basketball courts, which were always packed.
Yeah,
They had the
that was the other
the
thing.
indoor pools, and yeah, it was an interesting gym. I used to go there at super late, try to like sneak in because they wouldn't like let you do day passes after a
Right.
while or something like that. It was
Yep.
weird. And then I did join at one point, and when you joined, you had to do that stupid cult shit where you mail in your resignation to cancel. Bro,
I had to go.
cancel the fucking gym.
I had to go through that too.
Why do I got to write a whole
Right.
essay on why I want to cancel, bro? I
It's
don't want to
so
be here
ridiculous.
anymore.
That's
I'm
how-
done.
That's
Just
how they-
click the button. That's it.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
how they
dude.
make their money. They
Of
make
course,
it
because they know I'm not going to do it.
Yeah.
You know, I'm just going to forget, or they're going to
Yeah.
just keep auto dinging me for how much it was.
Yep.
But
Anyway, continue.
Yeah, no, the basketball courts, that was like another thing. I was like, wow, like a basketball court in a gym, like this is amazing. At the time, I was playing basketball a little bit here and there, but
Horrific at basketball.
I was I had no.
No, I'm the quintessential white kid when I play. Short and you're white. Oh yeah. I'm the quintessential white kid when I play basketball. I am horrific. My dad played for St. John's. None of that talent came to me.
No way, really?
Neither did the height. My dad's like 6'6'1". None of that height hit.
When did your dad play?
Fuck. When he was in college.
Oh man, that's
Yeah, a long time ago. Maybe the 70s, 80s. I don't even know.
shit. Okay,
Yeah.
that's wild.
Yeah, none of that got none of that that athleticism trickled down to me. I got all of my mother's father, stocky Italian, bull, short range of motion, but like we're compact, we're tight. Pause, no Diddy.
No Diddy there.
I'm dead.
Anyway,
But
go on.
no, like I mean, I was like, I had no confidence. Like, just didn't believe in myself for the most part. Like at that age, like going through whatever it was at the time. But I was so I signed up for Export Fitness, and this is a true story. I can't make this shit up. But I didn't go for like the first month because I was so scared to go. Like I just like couldn't get myself to go.
Intimidation factor.
Oh, completely. And just like, again, like I didn't know what I was doing. Like I would go in like to a regular gym and just, hey, like the first thing I see, I'm just going to start pulling or pushing, whatever it is. So the first time I went to the gym, I swear to this day, it was like 1 o'clock in the morning.
Yep.
1 o'clock in the morning. It was a 24-hour gym.
Intentionally, so more people weren't there.
100%. And I remember.
Too?
I used to train at 1, 2 o'clock in the morning. Yeah.
Just because of that reason?
Well, kind of, yeah. Not for that. I mean, a little bit, but I just liked that time because nobody was fucking there.
Right.
I didn't have to fucking fight people for a bench or like, hey, give this to me. Like, you know what I mean? Like trying to fucking, oh, are you done? Oh, how many more sets you got left? Yeah. But
No, 100%. And that's another thing I didn't want to deal with. It was like,
yeah.
I mean, not that I knew what I was doing, but like it was an intimidation factor for me. Like, again, like I had no plan, nothing in my mind. But I remember like, you know, it was like, again, like 1 o'clock in the morning, my dad was like sitting in his office, whatever. And he's like, where the fuck are you going right now? I was like, I'm going to the gym. He's like, now? You're going now? I was like, yeah, I want to, you know, try it out. I just signed up for this gym a month ago. So I went in there. And again, it was like, there was people in there. Like, surprisingly, I was like, oh, wow, there's like about like 10, 15 people. But like, it was nice. And I kind of got into a groove that way. You know, I went maybe 3 days a week, just at night, not at 1 o'clock in the morning every time. I went at like 11 o'clock, 10 o'clock, whatever it was at night. And then from there, I had a couple friends. They joined me. And I was like, okay, like now I got a crew. I have a little bit more confidence. I kind of know what I'm doing, you know, by just looking on the internet, going on bodybuilding.com, whatever, with the forums, and like just seeing like what beginners do. It wasn't even like going to like Jay Cutler's, you know, routine of what he does, because I was not even near anything like that, obviously. But
I was around all those fuckers, man.
I believe it. I know. I see your work.
I was around all those fuckers, man. It was so crazy to step into an environment where the dudes that are in the magazines are just like lifting next to you, and you're just like, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's wild, man. It really, really is. Those guys that, man, that you shot or you've been around, it's crazy.
I'm derailing your story. I'm sorry. It just
not at all.
When
No,
you're
no,
saying
no,
that,
no,
I'm just
no,
thinking
no.
about it. And I'm just like, man, it was so crazy being next to these guys and just seeing the size of these humans, and these dudes come in from all over the world, and you're looking and you're just like, okay, like,
Yeah.
it's crazy.
Yeah. No, it was nuts.
I'll dive into my story, my first gym story, after you're done.
Yeah, of course. I'm almost done. But
no,
that was
there's no time limit. Just hit.
No, but that was
do your
like
thing,
how, for at least the global gym type life, I was going real consistent. I would say like that was around like 2009. I want to say like fall of 2009.
Yep.
Again, I was a freshman in college. I was there for about a year. I ended up getting mono, and that kind of just like shut me down like completely. I mean, I got mono, what was it? It was June, like middle of June. And I was sick all summer. Like, I mean, like I was in bed every single
Who you
day.
swap and spit with?
Oh, bro.
That's how you get it, right?
That was a time.
I'm
was
like
a
thinking,
time.
I'm like, is that? I'm like, wait, don't you get it?
Bro, well, think.
Who you
know?
swap and spit with?
18, 19-year-old kid. He was having
of the
some fun.
Now we just found out one of the sins. All right. Let's go. We're on a
But yeah,
roll.
hey,
Holy water comes closer.
I got a lot of sins, man. I got a lot of sins.
We all do.
But
Yeah, we do.
We all do.
But that was kind of like, I went there, and then it was, all right, like, I'm getting bored of this, just for me personally.
Yeah.
And it's not an attack on global. I think it's awesome. Like, once in a while, whatever you want to go, do what you got to do, as long as you're doing something, right?
Yeah.
But for me, it was just like, I need something like new to try. I want to try something else. And that's how I really got into CrossFit. From there, at the time, around that same time, I should say, I was also working at a pizzeria in Wantagh on Merrick Road. And
Which one?
it was called, it's not there anymore. It was Marinella's Pizzeria. If you know where Wantagh Park is, Causeway Deli, like, or over there, like, it's right there.
Gotcha.
And one day I remember like going to my shift, I was making a U-turn, and 3 doors down from the pizzeria I was working at, there was a CrossFit place that was like just opening. And at the time I was like 20 years old, 19, something like that. And I was like, oh, like, this is like something here. This is like a sign. Like, I'll check it out. Like, we'll see what's going on there. So I went to work. I told my boss, I was like, hey, like, if you don't mind, like, if I leave like 15 minutes early, I just want to walk down the block and see. They're like, go do what you got to do. Have a nice day. I went in there. I met with one of the owners, and there was like 2 people working out. I'm just watching these people like go nuts. I was like, oh my God, like, this is crazy. I see like
just move weight.
And now you got to like understand, like, this is 2000, like 11, 12, like around that range. And like, I've never seen anything like that. So like,
that's when it was like blowing up. Like,
yeah. It was like I would say like the come up. Yeah, exactly.
I had done it once in Connecticut when I was up at college. There was a CrossFit spot down there, and when I was in my fitness era, and I was just like, you know what, let me give it a shot. And I give it a shot, and I was fucking gassed.
I've never done like a CrossFit workout before.
Yeah.
It was tough. It was tough for what it was. I mean, I wasn't used to training that way, so it was tough.
Right. And no one was. Like, especially for your first time, no one is obviously used to doing that. But when you're, at the time when I was going there, I'm thinking a gym. Like, if you were to like just picture a gym in your head, that you're thinking like, you know, free weights, the machines, whatever. Yeah. You're going in there and there's like nothing in there. It's just
the racks around the edges. Right. You're just like a whole open floor plan.
So I'm just like
plyos.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I'm looking. I see the rig, like you said. I saw rings, and I'm like, all right, like, where is everything? And I'm talking to the owner. He's like, this is it, and like, you know, kind of gave me like the cliche, like, you are the machine, like, you are the one that's putting in the work and all that. And I was like, wow, okay. And like, he's showing me like the basics, the fundamentals of everything. Like, and again, I'm just checking the gym out just to see how it is. So again, like, I'm a broke, like 19-year-old kid. Like, I'm barely making like, forget it, like $150 a week.
And he heard the month.
So he's like, so yeah, he tells me, he's like, listen, he's like, we only have about like 8 members right now. And maybe not even that. But he's like, the first 30 members are going to get it at $150 a month. And I was like, $150 a month? And he's like, yeah, $150 a month. The first 30, then it's going to go up to $170 after the first 30. I was like, all right. Like, you know, I'm just like thinking, I'm calculating all this stuff in my head. I'm like, all right, I'll see if I can make it work, whatever. I go home, I talk to my parents. They're like, you're crazy. You know, what are you spending now? It's like $30 a month, if that. I think I had like the student discount, so it was like probably $20 a month. And I was like, you know what? Here's what I'm going to do. Just like every other idiot that do is like, I'm going to learn all the movements, right? I'm going to pick it up for 1 or 2 months, and then I'm going to go back to export, and I'm going to go do it there. And then I'll, you know, whatever I can do, I can do.
It's so true.
But it's the truth.
It's the truth.
100%.
I've said that before. I've been into places where I'm like, oh, I'm just going to learn this shit and do it by myself. I can't.
I
couldn't do it. No.
And then what happens? You don't do it, right? You get caught up. That was like the first thing for me, like where I was in a community type base of anything. Like, you know, I mean, I've been on sports teams like recreationally and had fun with that, but like as far as like a gym atmosphere, you know, you meeting people your age, you meet older people, like it's the community that really sold me to. And
it's just easier to be just told what to do sometimes.
100%.
You know what I'm saying? Like I did my own programming, and I did Meadows stuff for a long time, and it's good. You know, it gets the job done. But at the end of the day, it's like you walk in and it's like, all right, what are we doing? And you know, you or OG, like whatever it is, like they'll tell you what you're gonna do, and it's just like, I don't fucking want to do that, but I'm here, let's get it done. And then you just do it, instead of just like, if I have to negotiate with myself and I look at a plan and I go, I really don't feel like doing hack squats today, I'll do this instead. I'm gonna make some compromises at times when I'm by myself, but if someone's telling me to do shit, I'm just gonna get it done. I'm like, oh, fuck it, let me get it done. And the faster I get it done, the faster I don't have to do it anymore.
Right. And like they programmed everything, like just, it was so much easier, and it was 1 hour every day. And then like, you know what, like as I got maybe a little bit more comfortable, a little bit better, like even probably for you do jiu-jitsu, like you stay after for a little bit, maybe 10, 15 minutes. Like I want to work on a move here. Like if you can help me out a little bit. And it was the same thing with that. I would do like accessory work or whatever. So, and then 6 months into that.
Yeah, sorry, I can't just lay next to you guys.
I love it right now, actually. He's
just being a fucking...
He's getting closer and closer to me. I love it. But 6 months into it, I had the conversation with the owners, and they were looking for like just a part-time coach, like 2 hours a week, 4 hours a week. And it meant just getting like a free membership. And for me at the time was massive. Saving $150 a month was just like the biggest thing. So I got my level 1. It was like October of 2012, and it was, you know, awesome from there. I went with a buddy. And then after that, I started coaching. I was at CrossFit Lighthouse. That's where I was doing all the coaching and I was working out there. I met a few people over there, and then there was a new gym that was opening. At the time, he was like one of my best friends. He was a main coach over there. He was the head coach there, and he opened up his own spot, and I kind of followed him over there.
Cool.
Yeah.
Awesome.
It's cool when you get to like click with people, and not that you follow them, but you just stick with them as they develop and progress through their career as well.
Yeah. Yeah, it was the right time. It was sad at first for me because like I started there and like these two people introduced like just the methodology to me. So at the time I was like, I don't know, man, like, this is also so close to me. Like it was in Wantagh and I lived in Wantagh. So it was like a 8-minute drive, if that. And, at the time I was working at the pizzeria and now it was 3 doors down. It was like everything was settled. But like at the time I was like, I have my friend who's opened this up. I'm also going to coach there. And I know it's going to be a better experience there. Like when it's all said and done, it's just going to be a little bit more competitive. And, I just wanted a different change at the time. I feel like I'm always doing that too. Not with him, but I like to like get a little bit of everything.
Yeah.
So it was cool to do that.
Well, you need something to drive you, because if nothing's driving you to just be better and do better, you see that all the time with like people that just never start.
Right.
They never start because they just have no desire to get there. They don't want to have to be compared to others. They don't want to like have to get through that initial friction point where it's like your brain telling you this hurts, don't do it, this and that, to like where you start to actually see the progress and you go, oh, we got to keep going. Like that's when it starts hurting. Like that's kind of that point where I'm getting better and stronger. And I wrote last night on my story, jiu-jitsu especially, and I'm sure Tom can attest to it. It's like 10 ass kickings makes me 1% better for the night.
Right.
Like over time, over a year's worth of 10 a night ass kickings, it's like that's gonna make me exponentially better than what I was a year prior. And that's all that means. Nobody likes getting choked out. I don't like working on guillotines and all this shit. It fucking hurts, bro. It sucks. Someone's choking my neck. But, at the same time, you start to learn different ways of not only how to stay calm, cool, and collect when you're in this position, but you also learn how to get out of it and how to actually start to maneuver a little bit more instead of just like, oh, wow, someone locked me up. I'm just going to yank my head back and I just actually made it tighter. It's over now. Now I'm seeing stars. So to translate that to like the bodybuilding, the CrossFit, stuff like that. When I first started, I joined a gym called, what was it? Sparta? Not the one in,
Westbury?
Not the one in Westbury. Yeah. Nice gym.
I think.
Yeah. Gene's an interesting guy, the owner. I'll leave it at that.
I just like
yeah, Jamal is very close with Gene, who owns the gym. He's a nice guy. He has his moments sometimes where he just feels like making sure not to slam the weights on the ground. Anyway, so yeah, it was a good story. I'll tell that off camera. But anyway,
I mean, I get it because I yell at people all the time in my gym.
Different.
Stop fucking slamming shit.
It was way different.
You know what's funny is that in the gym there's this one fucking spot. Oh,
the one with the concave,
like
I know
5
exactly
feet away from the fucking deadlift platform, and everybody just decides to sit in that one fucking spot and slam everything. And that's why it's so indeadening, because I put the concrete mix underneath like a year ago. And then we put adhesives, we put Gorilla Glue, we've done everything we can with that one fucking spot. But everybody's just like, oh, I'm just going to go up and keep fucking slamming weights on that until Tom gets pissed.
No, I love it.
It's a good spot. It's like a target. It's like a bullseye. Just paint a bullseye at that point.
It's funny because now I've been with Tom, 2.5 years, we said before?
Yeah.
And it's like, I can read Tom. Like I'm not perfect with him, but I know like I know his body language. So like if I know the spot he's talking about, obviously. If I'm doing snatches, right, and it's like the last round or cleans or whatever it is, I'm telling myself before the lift, I'm like, you better not fucking drop this kettlebell because he ain't gonna yell at you. But I'd almost rather him yell at me than me looking up and seeing his face like how many fucking times.
Like when you get like when he told you guys to not rip the band and then you motherfuckers ripped the band.
I know.
He was so tight.
Because I know
he took that band, he went outside. He's like trying to see if maybe it's mendable, like he could use it for something else.
I just bought bands. I bought them like a fucking week ago.
And he just goes, nah, it's fucking ruined.
It's the perfect spot though. To the credit, it's the mirror,
it's the lighting.
It's perfect.
Everybody's looking at you. Oh my god! Like he's his last set. Holy fuck!
It's ungodly.
I swear
godly.
that mirror is like I don't know, like that spotter for me, because when you're looking at yourself, like doing these, whatever, you're doing a snatch.
Yeah,
clean,
we know, Pooch.
It's like,
You
all
got the
right.
abs poking through the shirt. We get it. We get it, Pooch.
It's like, all right.
Been going shirtless lately.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Wow.
A couple times. I know. I even got a couple texts yesterday. A couple of my buddies, they're like, you're actually showing the internet. You're showing the internet your abs finally. Like, what are we doing here? I'm like, all right, listen, it's summertime.
He just had the ice mold sticking through the shirt. That's what I'm going to start doing.
I mean, you made me look good.
There's this one picture. I think I have it in my phone or my computer. Al Bello. Shout out Al.
Shout out Al.
He's a photographer for like the Olympics and all these crazy fucking sports events, boxing and everything. There's this one picture of Pooch. It was like one of the hottest fucking days in the summer, and he has a yellow tank top on, and his abs are just like fucking, like just literally like indented. It's like it doesn't even look real. It's just like lines and lines. I'm like, Jesus fucking Christ.
That's the shirt. I blame the shirt. I don't have the greatest. I'm telling you. I mean, I see some people. I'm like, what the fuck? I mean, that's a crazy one.
Let me see if I can.
That's I know that one.
That's crazy too.
When you sent that, I was like, wow,
that one's crazy.
I love
too.
One of my favorites.
Thank you. I love Pooch's faces, man, though. His face.
Everybody,
his awesome.
man. Everybody. Like
this one, literally.
Oh, yeah.
That's
crazy.
a good one.
Crazy.
That's a good one.
Crazy.
I don't look happy in that one. That one I look happy.
Yeah.
Yeah, this one too. Yeah. Oh yeah, this one's fucking crazy too.
Yeah, no, it's ridiculous.
Yeah, no, that's all the photographer. For real.
You're just a freak athlete, man.
Yeah, dude.
Pooch gets it, bro. Like he understands. Like he reads me very well because he's just an easy guy to work with because he understands what I'm about and what I do and what pisses me off and what doesn't. Like I've never heard him complain once, ever, not one fucking time. Maybe just the bench one day we did.
I hated you.
Oh,
that day.
dude.
But that was it.
God.
But literally that was it for 2.5.
I kept that in the video. I said, everybody else got a fucking lift.
For 2.5 years, I've never heard him complain once. And he is like the prime type of person that I want to work with because they come in, they see the workout, they see what it provides and what we're doing. And he understands why I do what I do. And then he comes in and that's it. That's just workout. I'm here for intense training. I'm here for heavy lifting to get better, to be in a room of animals and savages. And that's why I enjoy like training with him. He's one of my favorite training partners because it's just easy. Some days just me and him and we do not talk to each other.
No,
we just
listen to music.
We just fucking work,
No, it's
bro.
true. Yeah.
We just work. We don't talk. We don't say shit to each other and we just work. We just get it done.
Yeah,
So.
without a doubt. And the thing with like the complaining thing, I'm there. Like if I'm there, like what else am I gonna do? Like what am I gonna just start bitching? Like like with today, I did plyos yesterday. Like can we not do these? Like no, like motherfucker. Like I didn't do them, so I'm gonna do it. Because Tom's training too, right? So I gotta also feed off him. So I mean, like when people go in there and they're giving him a hard time, it's like yo, like you signed up for this, and this is like your journey here. Like you gotta start somewhere. So if you're going to keep complaining, like this may not be the spot for you. And that's fine. And that's completely fine. Go to the Planet Fitness, go to Orange Theory, whatever it is. But this is a whole different environment. So that's just how it is.
Yeah.
But it's fun.
Yeah. And I just started getting to that mentality recently. Like before I was kind of scared of like telling people, like, dude, you don't have to go somewhere else. I'll tailor it down to you. It's like, nah, fuck that. I'm done with that shit. So I'm done dealing with people who just complain and just bitch and moan. And it's like, listen, you don't want to do this? Go to Synergy down the block. Go to LA Fitness. That's fine. I want guys like him. I want guys like you. People who who understand it. They just get it. It's not even that if you can't do the workout. I'd rather you give me everything than not give me not give me the whole, like, let me word that better. I'd rather you give me everything you have than there's the little bits of what you have. You know what I mean? Like I'm trying to word it right, but it's like, give me your all. Don't give me your half-ass effort. Give me 100%. If you give me 100%, you can't do it. I'd rather you do that than give me 50% and just slack off and bullshit. Yeah.
It's going to be over anyway, right? You take, let's just say he has a 5:15 class. You're going to be done by 6:30, right? I mean, like, so just get through it. instead of just like complaining or whatever it is, like you'll be fine if you just stay moving, stay at an appropriate weight, and do what's on the board. There should be no problems, you know?
Yeah, I mean that's what you'd hope people go into doing, but unfortunately sometimes, you know, or I'd say a lot of times people let their egos get in the way, or they hate that they're not good at something. I always liked not being good at something because it made me better at it.
Right.
When I did paintball when I was younger, I wanted to go against all the guys that were better than me, because by going against the guys that were better than me, I learned don't do this, don't do that. You know, don't stand directly against the bunker, offset a little bit so you have some space between you and the bunker. Like the things that you wouldn't know until you started like really, really going. But I expedite the process by going with people that are much better than me.
Right.
So it's like even with jiu-jitsu. The first week that I was at jiu-jitsu, I started going to the mixed class. I was getting my dick kicked in, bro.
Yeah.
Bro, it was like crazy, dude. I had this one guy, black belt. It was my first time I was about to get submitted. I hadn't gotten submitted in the white belt class yet. I was like 2 or 3 days in, and I'm rolling with him. And I said, yeah, I just started this and that. And he's going way light on me. He's going way light, but he mounts me, and then he starts getting a cross collar in. And he starts putting his hands in my gi, and I literally went like this to him because he was a nice guy and we were joking around prior. I'm like, as I went, no. He literally goes, shh, just let it happen. Just let it happen. I was like, no.
Like that,
and he fucking got me. And it was like, bro, I learned. Or don't keep my arms extended. Someone's gonna snatch that shit up and hit an arm bar. Like all these things that it would have taken me, let's say, 2 or 3 months to learn and be put in that environment. I was put in that environment a week in or 2 weeks in, and I started, oh shit, don't do that. And then you start to remember it the more that you do it. It's the same thing with lifting, man.
Right.
You start building this need to just try different things, different styles, harder shit, you know? Like the kettlebell stuff is not easy. People look at kettlebells all the time, and I know we talked about it briefly. People look at kettlebells like a bitch tool, you know what I'm saying? Like not to the degree that you do it, but in general, people see kettlebells in a gym and they're not that's not their first thought to go and hit. Their first thought to go and hit is the dumbbell rack or to go hit the squat rack or this and that. They don't understand because they don't realize the utility that they give you. They give you a full body workout. They give you the ability to have explosive strength, functional strength, not just in a very binary A to B movement pattern. You're working so many more muscles and ligaments and tissues and this and that. They have no idea. They see a kettlebell and they're just like, nah, I'm good. I'm gonna go hit the dumbbells.
Well, correct me if I'm wrong. It's pretty similar to barbell work in CrossFit. You snatch, you jerk, you power clean. What else? What else do they do in there? A high pull, mid pull, I think. It's what I call it, like mid pull of a barbell. You turn it to a gunslinger.
Yeah.
Pooch, like him, it transfers over, his CrossFit days transfers over to the kettlebell stuff. Because basically the same shit. It's just a different modality. And I'm sure they do sandbags there too.
Yeah.
I've never done CrossFit before, so
we should all go for a class.
I would go.
Hey, let's do it. But I mean, with the sandbags, I think in CrossFit, the heaviest I ever picked up, or at least that I saw, had to be 150. I maybe like in other stronger gyms or wherever it was 200, depending on the gym that it was. But I don't think I've ever picked anything up over 200 pounds. So I mean, like seeing, you know, what his arsenal was crazy.
Yeah.
Completely crazy. I mean, going into him, the first time I saw Tom's page was was Cello. Shout out to Cello. This had to be like in December of like 22?
I think it was 2021 because 22 I opened up the gym.
Yeah, you're right.
So then 21 was, when did I open it? April. So I think it was 2021, yeah.
And I remember like whether it was Cello posted it or it was the Explore on Instagram, whatever it was, I don't even remember what it was. But I was like, what the hell is this guy doing? But like, it wasn't in a bad way. It was like, I am like dialed in. I remember like just going through Tom's page like over and over and over again. I'm like, the Landmine University stuff, just how he used.
That's what piqued my interest when I saw you doing the loading up. I was like, oh, interesting.
Yeah, and he was calling them clean and jerks. He was not that he was calling it, but that's what it is. And I was like, clean and jerk, like I do that now, but in a different type of setting. It's in a CrossFit setting or Olympic lifting setting. Snatches. Then he had, at the time, you were doing a lot of mace work. You were doing the clubs.
Yeah.
And I know you had like a couple sandbags at the time. Maybe you had 1 or 2. And I was just like, where is this place? And it was at Hit House in Garden City, right? It was Garden City.
Garden City.
And then I hit up Cello. I was like, yo, I got to try this class. I just want to see what it's like, you know, get a feel for it. And I was hooked from there. I mean, it was just so different, you know, and like, I think like that's another thing that people are afraid of is like, they don't want to try something that's a little bit different that everyone else is doing.
Yeah. Yeah. And literally like back then at the time, I didn't have shit. I didn't have anything. I had my maces, my clubs, kettlebell sandbags, and I opened up the gym. But then I gradually started building from there. Now my arsenal is pretty good. My programming is pretty decent.
Diverse.
Diverse. Decent and diverse because it's a small spot, but I just got a new rag. I got some new benches and everything.
It's good that you have the outside spot in the back too. That helps a lot.
I want to try to winterproof that. I don't know if that's going to happen, but we'll see.
Tarp or something?
I don't know. Maybe
maybe some shingles.
Shingles.
I don't know, right? Like some
Oh yeah.
Like
put down.
Thing.
Yeah, something hard. I don't obviously shingles are roofing, but I feel like if we put something like that, at least snow will just
like an awning or something.
Yeah, snow or rain will just kind of trickle down.
Yeah. Yeah. They're like trying to winterproof that. I might, we'll see what happens. But anyway, like people, like what he said today, he said the other week, he's like, I've never met a gym owner that buys new shit like every other month or like every 2 or 3 months. Because like guys like Pooch that have been with me since I legit started, it's like, I want to provide that stuff to him, like to people who are loyal, because like, yeah, I'm spending thousands of dollars, but I want to provide that advanced training equipment to them because they support me in that sense. So eventually, if I decide to get a bigger spot, or if the powers that be grant me the access to do that, then I want to fucking deck it out to where my first time people, like they still stay at the same rate. I still take care of them and the deals that they have while I started, and then provide like a fucking monolift or provide like leg curls, some new benches or like new, the assault runners. I know Pooch wants to use that. He loves using that. Like that's the type of shit that I want to provide. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So. But that's why I just appreciate loyal people and people who get it.
You do a great job with the space that you have. I mean, listen. It's not a closet by any stretch of the measure. It feels that way at times because you have so much stuff, which is a blessing and a curse at times. But I mean, for you to be able to do what you do with how many people you see in the space that you have as you continue to grow, whether it's here, whether it's somewhere, whatever it might be, whatever the destination is. I mean, you're gonna have quite the space with quite the amount of athletes that are going to be there.
Yeah, man, that's the goal. That is the fucking goal. Like the goal is to just have like just a whole community, a whole army of just people of lions. I always say I'd rather have 50 lions than 500 sheep. And there's a lot of sheep out there. There's a lot of gyms filled with sheep, people who just aren't with the shits. They just don't understand what you mentally need to do or how to tap into that stuff. And I've had conversations with people and they constantly are trying to give me suggestions. It's like, hey, Tom, like you should go on MindBody. You should go on ClassPass. You should promote your shit this way. You should make a shirt like this. And it's like, no matter what I do, no matter what I promote, what free shit I give, people are always going to be intimidated no matter what. It's just a space. It's just a fucking space. Like the floors aren't like perfectly like symmetrically black, you know, like there's like, it's not like a pretty fucking floor. It's not a pretty wall. It's grungy. Like the ceilings are popcorn style. Looks like you're like in a fucking hellhole because like of just like how it looks. It's sick. I love it.
I like it. Painted black. It looks sick.
But most people be like, oh my God, like the ceiling looks fucking scary. It's just like,
well, those people need to go to LA Fitness, and your team is not for them.
Nope.
Just like every client isn't for me.
I don't think I've ever looked at the ceiling, to be honest with you.
He's going to go, fucking hellhole.
It's cool. I like it. It's cool. It has like it has like the popcorn style shit. It looks like it's like decaying, but it's not. It looks really nice. But little shit like that, people are just intimidated by. But that's okay.
I have a feeling that's why a lot of people haven't. You know, I've told a lot of people to come through. I'm sure that's a definite big reason why a lot of people don't wind up following through and coming through because they are intimidated by that.
I'm sure they message Pooch too, and I'm sure they message him all the time too about it. So you know,
all the time. But you know, like in a way, like I don't know how to even put this because I know obviously Tom wants to grow a bigger gym or whatever one day. And like that's, I think every gym owner's dream, right? You start out a little bit small and you want to be this big gym, but
He will at some point.
And he will. No.
Yeah, you will at some point.
100%.
It's not even a matter of like if you're going to. As long as you stay in this line of work, you're going to.
Yeah.
It's just a matter of when. That's really what happens. Either the perfect opportunity comes, which I don't even know if the perfect opportunity exists for any of us at any given time.
No matter, yeah.
Or we just see the opportunity or the pathway open up, and it's just like, well, now it's time. We have to.
Yeah.
It's do or die now. That's really what it is.
No, 100%. But the thing too is like the Strength Factory now as it is, it's like there's something about it. Like it's 800 square feet. And I know like there could be 12 to 15 people in a class, but there's just something about that, like it being so close. It's 8,000 degrees in there. You're lifting and someone's in your way. It's sweaty everywhere. I mean, right now, if you look at my videos now, and I'm sure maybe Tom could attest to this, but like in January, your grip is a lot better because it's freaking cold out.
It's cold.
Now it's like,
Oh, is it really?
I'm
Is that really what, that's really the thing?
It's cold.
Really?
It's still hot though. I still put the heater on. So
Oh, you put the heater on.
He's
So
sick.
you never use the AC, you just put the
sick.
heater on.
Nah.
You're awesome.
Nah, fuck
The
it.
warm up's starting up and you're still just drenched. You're like,
I love
oh
that.
my God.
I love
But it's
that.
nice. But that's the point. Like it's
People
still
walking
nice.
by outside though, they see the steamy windows. Like, is this a bathhouse?
Especially when you open up the doors in the cold and it's all like steamy and just
Yeah.
dries up like
You're like, oh
fucking
shit,
that.
they just installed a bathhouse here. it's like ammonia and chalk.
I love that when you're just chalking up and there's like an older gentleman just walking by or on his bike and he's like, "What is going on in there?" Like, what? I'm like, "It's a gym," and he's
Trying
like,
to take on the layers
he's
of
like-
hell,
he's
sir.
like, "That's a gym," and there's his heavy metals going off. There's kettlebells flying up in the air, and like it's just
it's a
hysterical.
vibe, bro. It's a vibe.
It is. It's a vibe. That's like what I'm getting at. Like, it's 800 square feet, but it's a vibe and it's fun in there. It's always fun. So
I love how Pooch knows the exact square footage, but he has no
we talk
idea.
about it all the time.
Oh, he's never looked at the ceiling.
No, never looked at the ceiling. But I'm always looking at spots. I'm like, Tom,
Yeah.
like, this looks good right here.
I was
I'm
about
like-
to say he texts me spots like once a week. Like
Are any of them closer to me, or are they all by you selfishly?
Selfishly, they're on the South Shore by me.
location is the factor too. Baldwin's good, but if I did open up bigger, I would push more sort towards like
Go
in
on.
the middle, like in the middle.
Where's the middle? for you?
Is Wantagh
That's just
South
east.
Shore?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's just east.
So it's like it's where Baldwin is, but just like
Yes, east.
So then
Yep.
what's in the middle?
Probably Bethpage,
Elmore, Merrick.
Farmingdale.
Oh, you
No.
want like more? You want more north? You're saying? Yeah.
Okay.
Bethpage, I would say.
Yeah.
Bethpage would be fine. I would
Yeah.
take Bethpage tomorrow, man. Let's do it.
Oh, how generous of you.
Yeah, I'll take it.
Bethpage close to you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it's right next to Plainview where I used to live.
Yeah.
Plainview's 15 minutes from me.
Yeah. But yeah, that's the goal. I just want to keep providing to people that support me, people that believe in me. You know what I mean? Like it's just providing a better space, providing better equipment.
I'm on LoopNet right now.
The first thing that comes up for me on LoopNet is like fucking 40,000 square feet
Yeah.
buildings. Okay.
Are you doing warehouses? Is that why?
No, I think I type in industrial
There.
areas. Yeah, but they're like, all right, here's the warehouse. Here's this for like fucking $5 million. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Expensive
Sorry, I'm
out
not
there.
Microsoft. I'm not shipping out computers and shit.
Right, exactly.
Back then.
We're just trying to throw kettlebells around,
I
sandbags.
just want a monolift.
You really want that, huh?
Yeah, it's cool. It's fucking.
I mean, yeah, they're dope. Hold on, I'm looking for.
I never used one. I want to try one.
Really?
Yeah, no, I never use it.
Profit. I'm pretty sure Profit has one.
Oh, Deer Park?
Yeah.
Nice.
Pretty sure Profit has one. I could be wrong.
Are you looking?
Oh, here it is. All space. Yeah, now I'm looking up spaces. Hold on.
Yeah, we'll find something.
We'll find something. Yeah.
So-
How big do you want?
No.
No Diddy.
How big are how big are CrossFit gyms? How big is the square footage?
I mean, they all vary.
They're huge though.
Yeah, I mean, some
Move
of them-
Fast Lift Heavy is huge.
That's a big one. Yeah, I don't
They're
know.
all the way
what-
out east. I
Yeah.
mean,
That's Chris's gym.
Yeah,
that's
that
it's like $20 a month.
I don't know.
It's all the way
what-
out east.
I don't know what the square footage is. I'm not sure.
I don't get how gyms make money doing that. Like if it's a CrossFit gym or if it's like regular gyms. Like you have a fucking 5,000 square foot space, and you're only charging people $30 a month for like an open gym membership.
But they're not.
Well, no, CrossFit.
They're not. They're charging anywhere from probably $200 to $300 a month.
Yeah,
on
CrossFit.
average.
I want to say.
Oh,
like,
I thought they were. Oh, okay.
No,
all
no,
right.
No,
and then
no,
think
no,
about and then think about if they have 500 members
yeah.
paid.
Nah, CrossFit right now, I would say like the average is like $180 a month, $200 a
I
month.
mean, Sarah's is $200 a month.
Yeah.
I couldn't fathom paying $200 a month when I was younger. Not just because of
When he was talking.
Same.
yeah, not just because of money.
Oh.
I couldn't understand the thought process of like back then my Audi was $400 a month. 350. 350. But my Audi was that much back then, so it was like I couldn't fathom spending like what $200 a month on
Right.
a gym membership. I used to pay Bevs. I used to pay $500 for the year.
Yeah. They got that deal out, right?
Yeah,
It's like once a year
August
or whatever.
special. They used to do it. They used to call it, and then it was like the September
Yeah.
special, and I don't know. They used to give it to me whenever. And that was my home gym for a long time.
You're still looking at spaces?
Yeah. Hey Tom, what can we do with 125,000 square feet?
Jesus Christ.
Oh my God. I think we'd be able to park like 6 cars in there.
Yeah, literally. Jesus fucking Christ. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Whenever I look shit up, they're just like, all right, here's a building for sale.
Oh, that's
All right.
Gold Coast Studios. Oh, that's a move. That's a filming studio. That's a filming lot for movie theaters, like for filming movies. I don't need that shit. Can't get my customers to pay for a regular little small ass commercial where I go to them. Fucking kidding me? Yeah, I just rented a space. It's 125,000 square feet. What's the video cost? $900,000. Yes, sir. We can't do it.
That's
Oh,
great.
shocker. I wonder what that would be a month. What are they charging a month?
But that's what I'm saying. Like big space gyms, even like regular like fucking commercial gyms, like LA Fitness,
Yeah.
Synergy. It's
I mean,
like,
dog. That's
but it's like
that's the
how
floor plan.
But it's like how the fuck,
That sounds
like
about
how the fuck, like when we're younger, like you look at these gyms with all these fucking machines. Like I could go on fucking Rogue right now and I could look up a leg press, and it's fucking
$7-8 grand.
$7,000 like leg press, right? Rogue Fitness. Let's see it. Rogue Fitness leg press. All right, let's see. Yep, plate loaded leg press or whatever, peak strength. And it comes out to like that much money. So
Yeah.
you see all these machines in these gyms. They're fucking like lined up one another. There's a upstairs, there's a downstairs, there's a huge fucking space. It's like, how in the fuck does stuff like that get started?
Yeah.
Gyms are generally not profitable. Generally, your business model makes them profitable. But if you were to just have like an open gym, generally like a Bev's or an LA Fitness that wasn't a chain like that, let's say LA Fitness was just one location,
Right.
gyms are generally not profitable because you need a lot of members to clear that overhead and then make money because the startup costs are so astronomical.
It's crazy.
I mean, it's probably like 500 to at least 600 grand to really start with good equipment.
Yeah.
Unless you purchased a gym, which a lot of these spaces have. A lot of these spaces aren't brand new.
No, yeah, they just
So
buy
a
them.
lot of these spaces, like Profit just purchased an old gym in Ronkonkoma. So now the second location for Profit's in Ronkonkoma.
Oh, wow. I didn't know that.
So, but when she bought it, she got it with all of the machines in it already. So then it's not as bad. Like it's bad. I mean, if unless you have that money to begin with, or unless the loan, whatever you wind up doing financially, but to have 99% of the machines that you need, and then maybe like you want to upgrade a leg press or you want to upgrade a squat rack or this and that, then it's the 10 grand or the 5 grand or this and that. And it's not as hard to swallow like at that point financially because you got so much in the deal of just buying the location. I'm sure that's why a lot of gyms have old machines that have never been updated.
Right.
When I went down to North Carolina, there was a gym called, what was it called? Oh, it was so dope. It was the gym I trained at. I don't know if you guys saw my story when I was down there. It was super cool.
Was there a lot of green?
No.
Oh, I think I did see that actually. Now that you're saying
Sick.
it, yeah.
Sick. It was
Oh, the different spot. Oh, okay.
yeah, no,
Had,
no.
like the sphere lighting.
That was
Yep.
Like
you
the
went.
circles, the hexagons.
Yep.
That was when you had the wedding, right?
Yeah.
Yes, I
It
do.
was sick,
I vaguely know what you're talking about.
Trying to find it. Anyway, that was a brand new gym. That's expensive.
Yeah.
That was a brand new location. Now, obviously, real estate down in North Carolina is a lot different than what we pay up here in New York, but still, it was it looked like a brand new renovated building, like totally gutted. They painted all the walls black. They had their own artwork brought in. They got a gold statue of Arnold Schwarzenegger, like right at the beginning.
Sick.
They had an LED, bro, dude.
It's like how?
They had an LED hallway leading into the Arnold statue, and then it was all brand new Arsenal.
Yeah.
Brand new Arsenal.
Oh, Arsenal Strength.
Dude.
They're expensive.
I mean, when I was with Flex back in the day, when I was doing some video work with him,
He owns that, right?
he owns, I don't know if he still does, I have no idea, but he was talking to me about all the stuff that they do, like that they were coming out with and that they were going to be customizing gyms and this and that. Bro, It's a lot of money, bro.
Yeah.
Elite FTS does the same thing. You can send them square footage of the gym. You can tell them exactly what pieces you are mandatory for you. Sorenex does it as well.
Yeah.
Rogue does it.
Yeah.
And they'll actually build the gym out for you and show you this is where the squat racks are going to go. This is where the leg equipment's going to go. And they'll put all of it on pen to paper right there for you.
A lot of the universities do that, right? The colleges, I see like
Sorenex
doing it.
Sorenex does an unbelievable job.
Yeah.
They have some of the best strength equipment out there. I mean, you talk about Rogue versus Sorenex. They both make their own power bars. They both make their own racks. Truth be told, if I had the money, I would have preferred to have bought a Sorenex rack when I was buying that rack for my home gym. Yeah, that thing is so sick, man. Have you ever looked into Sorenex?
Yeah,
I've looked at their prices. I went with Rogue just because I don't know. I'm very anal when it comes to things. Like I like fucking pause.
Diddy.
I like everything like from the same company. Like that's why.
I get it.
I bought some things from Rogue. I'm like, fucking, let me just go with Rogue.
Yeah,
fuck it.
All I knew was Rogue. I mean, as you know, in the CrossFit life, I was always just surrounded by Rogue. So I always thought that was like the best equipment. But then I went to, like, just like you were saying, like I went to a gym in Florida. I forgot what it was, but they had a Sorenex rack. And I think I actually texted Tom. I was like, this rack is like
dope,
insane. And it's similar to what he has. But again, like the prices it's crazy.
Was it Redcon? The Redcon gym you went to?
I went to Redcon. Oh, no, it was Atlas.
Oh, where Gabriel is.
Yes,
nice,
where Gabriel is.
Cool.
Awesome spot. Really, really fun spot. But they had one of the Sorenex racks, and I was like, at the time, I knew Tom was looking for a rack. I was like, check this one out, see what it is.
Core 24, that's what it was called. Core 24 gym. Bro, that was the gym when they started it.
Oh, wow.
Like, what the fuck? See, I look at that, I'm like, how the fuck, like, how? How do you make something like that? Like, as a gym owner myself, like a tiny fucking spot, it's like, how do you get the finances or the whatever to make that happen? To me, that's mind blowing.
There's got to be like investors for days in that one.
That's crazy,
right? There's got to be multiple people.
I mean, there's got to be multiple investors, multiple business partners, which obviously make the logistics side of things a lot easier when you can depend on people. The three of us opening a gym together is a lot easier than just Tom doing it, or just myself doing it. And unfortunately, that's where I bottlenecked my own business, because there's only if I'm not out shooting, if I'm not editing in my business model, I'm not making money. Yeah. So that's a problem but if I'm out shooting and I have a business partner, he's editing for me, now I'm still making money. Now we're good. Now I'm not going to be behind X amount of days. So the same thing goes for any other business model in that sense.
Yeah.
Well, did you ever want to like make coaching like a career move for you, or you just you had it like set in your head you were going to become a gym teacher?
No, I mean, like gym teacher, phys ed, I got to be correct here. Physical education teacher. I'm sorry. People listening, I don't want to be saying gym teacher. They'd be hating on me. No, I mean, like, listen, that was like my path. It was always something that I enjoyed. I love being in phys ed class. And I always wanted to be a teacher. But at the same time, like when I was into CrossFit and when I was like head heel into it, I was like, I want to open up my gym one day. At the time I was a coach, and I remember when I made that transition from that one CrossFit gym to the second CrossFit gym, I saw what went into that and I kind of shied away from it. It was just like, it's more than just, opening the doors and have people just work out. Yeah. And I'm sure you see that on a daily basis. It is not easy. The second CrossFit gym that I was at, it was in Oceanside, and that was 3,000 square feet. And it's a lot. It's a lot of work, because it's not just turnkey and go do what you got to do. There's a lot of things on the back end that you don't even realize. Just buying toiletries, this thing breaks, you got to do that. Like any business owner, what they go through, like I just had that thought. It was like, I'm not ready for this right now. Maybe down the line, like it could happen, but like, let me stay in my lane. Let me focus on school. And then who knows, maybe one day I'll do it. But right now I'm kind of in a different zone.
You can do your thing, man. It's tough. Entrepreneurship is not necessarily not for everybody. It isn't, but it's a very tough road that requires a lot of resilience.
Right.
And I don't think a lot of people understand how difficult it is until they actually get out and start doing it by themselves. I mean, I've had a lot of people message me and they're just like, yeah, Nick, we're going to go out and do our own thing. You inspired us, and I'm flattered. I appreciate you. And I'm just like, just get ready for the peaks and valleys, because they're there.
Right.
And unfortunately, you have to prepare yourself mentally for those valleys, because the peaks are fantastic. You feel like you're on top of the world. You got, tons of clients. Nothing is broken at the gym. Everything is great, this and that. Then maybe 10, 15 people decide to pause their memberships or leave, or, one of the racks breaks, or motherfuckers keep breaking their bands.
Oh,
They break my fucking sandbag games trophy.
wait, that
God
happened?
Damn it, yes.
Oh, I did not
Yes.
know that one.
My fucking trophy that I went to Atlanta for.
Oh, God.
I drove 4 hours there. Well, Ramon did. Shout out Ramon. He drove me 4 fucking hours to go there. I competed for like 5 hours. We drove another 3 hours back. Yeah.
Awesome.
Wait, it didn't break that day, right?
No.
Okay.
No, it broke yesterday.
Oh,
Yesterday?
They knocked it.
Oh, this is fresh.
Yeah, they knocked it over.
I thought it was when we
Really
did. I was
pouring
like,
salt.
No,
I did that?
We're really pouring salt on a wound.
My dad's like, oh, you could buy another one, just fill it up. I go, no, it's not the same.
It's not
No,
the same.
not
Now
the
you got to go do it again.
Yeah.
And I got to go win it again.
Yeah, I can't even shout out Dr. Sandbag because he deleted his Instagram, but yeah, he fell off the face of the earth. He said, "Fuck it." It's so funny that like we talk about this, like people doing their own fucking thing. I think I heard him say, or somebody said it. I forgot how I heard it, but he said that he doesn't ever want to do that again because it is such a fucking nightmare to set everything up, like an event like that, like a competition, like your sponsors, the equipment, the sandbags, getting people together, organizing everything on Iron Podium. Like you're right, people don't see what type of fucking work it is to run your own.
No, they
anything.
just bitch that you don't have a cotton candy stand at the fucking event.
Yeah, it's sad. Yeah, and now that like I said before,
What's the matter? No live music, no this,
Yeah.
no that. It's like, yo, bro, appreciate what was put together today to have everybody come through.
Yeah.
You want live music? You know how much a DJ costs for
Yeah.
fucking 10 hours?
Yeah, dude.
Oh, like $5,000.
10 hours. Dude's got blisters on his fingers by the end of it. He's like this. He's like, I hope that chick clears.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's funny.
Yeah.
It's funny that people they don't see that. But yeah, my fucking trophy.
Constantly, man.
Yeah.
Or Nick buying $9,000 worth of lenses, and then it's the slowest 2 months of his career.
You're in an industry, I'd have so much anxiety because there's just so much shit around. And if
tough,
that
man.
breaks and like you go through it every day, you're
It's tough,
like,
man. And listen, gear degrades over time. Like you buy, it's an electronic. You buy something, it works one day, and another day it may last forever, or it may just stop fucking functioning, and then you have to either address it or just buy a new one.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, I'm in an industry that, although the barrier to entry is very low because camera costs have come down substantially, I know the gear that I like. The lenses that I like, the look that I try to go for is more just realistic. I'm not the guy just trying to pump out just like a bunch of graphics on top of videos, this and that. I want the video to speak for itself. I want the work and the sweat, and especially when I'm filming this type of stuff, athletic videos, the sweat, the resilience, the hard work, all of that. I want that to be the center focus, not
Right.
how many overlays I could put on the video or how many flashing transitions or whip pans I can do. Do I do them? Yeah, because people's attention spans are shot for the most part, but with the long form videos that we were able to do just recently, and I have the other episode coming out this Friday for, Road to Natural World's Strongest Man for Tom. Love you too, baby. Like that's what I it's not meant to be a quick little fucking, you watched it, a 15-second recap. That's not
Right.
what this is. Bro, sit down, watch the video if you're interested in it. See what goes into the training. If I cut his training short, like I'm already condensing it, but if I cut it even shorter to appease the general masses' lack of attention, I'm doing him a disservice, and I'm doing the work that he's put in a disservice. Like
Makes sense.
he works his fucking ass off every single day to get to this point.
right.
It's a 15-minute video, 20-minute video, maybe 10-minute video for the next one. Who the hell knows? But if you can't sit and watch, especially if you're interested, obviously if somebody's not interested, you're not going to watch it anyway. But if you can't sit and focus on watching the video, being present and taking in what you're actually seeing and viewing, I can't help you, bro. Like you're shot. You're shot. You'll be on TikTok the rest of your life just watching 15-second reels. Okay, enjoy that.
Yeah. I mean, there's people.
The lack of satisfaction every single day. And dude, I'm guilty of being caught in that trap of just like the next. After a while, I go to myself, I go, okay, 5 more, because you can't, like I actually say to myself, 5 more, 5, 4, it's an ad. Does that count? Yes. 3, 2, 1. And then I'm done. You just, you have to just be able to get that attention back. A lot of times, like last night I was watching, this is totally off subject, but I was watching House of the Dragon.
Okay.
The Game of Thrones
Game of Thrones,
spinoff that
yeah.
they're doing now. Bro, both of my phones were in my kitchen charging on Do Not Disturb. I want to watch.
Focus, yeah.
It's so easy to see, especially when I play video games sometimes too. I'll play video games and like I die in the game.
Yeah.
8 seconds until you revive. 8 fucking seconds. You can't wait?
Do anything. Yeah.
I gotta check. What am I checking for?
Yeah.
Didn't ring. I'm not talking to any girls. No one's hitting me up. Who gives a fuck?
Yeah, just chill out.
Kenji's laying next to me. Like, we're good, man. Everything's here.
Yeah, he's moving. He's good.
So it's just like, you have to, we went from like, no to attention. But anyway, you have to just be able to be present, do your thing. I did want to show you one more. Yo, look at the dumbbells at that gym though.
Are those the chrome ones?
Yeah. With their logo on it.
I like that smiley picture too.
Dude, I'm telling you, man, that gym was getting little pieces at the gym too. Crazy. But couple 2-3 pieces. Yeah, the core babes, right? Right? I'm trying to find that. I mean, that's the entrance.
That's
oh my
crazy.
God.
Yeah, that's nuts.
Can you imagine going through that every day?
That's a Tom right there. Enjoy your fucking workout.
Bro, I wish I could have something like that.
But you can. You're young. How old are you? How old are you?
I don't have access to
Don't matter. Over
millions of
time,
dollars
over time
of shit for
over
a gym.
time, you may find partners.
28.
Yeah, 28. Okay.
Yeah.
It'll happen.
Dude, just give it time.
I know.
You
It'll
market
happen.
yourself the right way on Instagram. Keep doing your thing.
Sorry, yes, sir.
Yeah.
Sorry,
Keep doing your
yes,
thing. I'm trying to find that Arnold statue though. The Arnold statue video is sick.
Yeah, the video looked awesome.
Oh, I guess that's what it was. Yeah, there's the Arnold statue.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Oh, wow.
All chromed out.
Well, it's all gold. It's like I'm sure it's plated.
Because like when you're younger, you're like unbeknownst of all that stuff. Like when you walk into a gym, it's like, oh,
There
it
you
didn't cost millions of dollars to fucking.
Oh yeah, we have no idea. You
Yeah.
have no idea what
Yeah.
things cost. I just knew that I got a job when I was super young. I was working at Best Buy, so I was like one of the only friends at the time that was really making money. So I understood to a degree of what went into actually make money. But
Yeah.
then, as you progress, you're just like, oh, like that's what this costs. And then the bills start to increase every year. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
I started buying my own groceries when I was younger. It's like, oh, back then it was like $80, $60, something like that. You're like, okay. And then car insurance. Oh, that's $150, $200 a month. And then the car payment and then college and bro, you start realizing I look around every month. I go, wow, I made a lot of money. Where'd it go?
Yeah.
Like, where'd it go?
Real life starts to happen.
Where'd it go?
Life in New York, that is.
Yeah, but you know what? I agree with life in New York, but I also think that everywhere is difficult
Yeah.
right now. I mean, listen, my buddy's been trying, I told you, he's been trying to get me to move to North Carolina. I got another buddy that's trying to get me to move to Florida, another buddy that's trying to get me to move to Texas. I get it.
Texas.
I know, yeah, dude. I mean, that'd be great if we fucking
We're going to do it.
yeah, we all went to Austin. That'd be sick, dude. But and I want to go. It's tough for me because I want to go somewhere. If I go somewhere else, I want to go somewhere that I have some people there. Because for me to just uproot and leave my complete support circle of my mom, because she's my world when it comes to my family. I don't speak to my dad, so it's like mom is it. So am grandma, but grandma's getting older, and she's had a couple of surgeries here and there, and you never know how long you have with your grandparents. So you start thinking about these things and you're just like, I want to be somewhere where at least I have a couple of people that I can depend on, because at the end of the day, you uproot and move to a new city. If you have nobody there, just, you left New York, let's say, because this is where we're from, to try to be happier. Are you actually making for the right choice then? You have nothing.
Yeah.
Because there's so many people that move back, if I'm making sense, because you move away and then you feel lonelier than ever. You felt lonely in New York, but at least you had friends and family. But then you move somewhere else and you feel really fucking lonely because there's nobody.
The grass ain't greener.
It's not. It's not always. It really isn't.
Yeah.
I've had like I said, I've had a lot of friends that have moved and come back. And not that there's anything wrong with that. I've always been under the belief that New York was worth the price that we paid. And it's starting to get to that point where I just go, I don't know about that.
Yeah.
Pooch owns a house, so he probably knows fucking all that shit.
Bro, it's nuts. I mean, my situation's a little bit different than everyone else's, but it's crazy. It's like, even like what you were saying before, like everyone moving back, or if you switch cities, it's like you want to be around people that you love and whatever. If you just go from like here on Long Island to Queens, or I don't even know, Jersey, or it's like you moved across the freaking ocean. It's like you're never going to see those people again. And that's like, it's so hard to keep everyone intact, but like sometimes you got to do what you got to do.
Yeah.
And I got to be honest with you, man. I already feel like I'm paying city prices
Yeah.
for a lot of shit at this point. There used to be a big difference between the city and the prices that you paid in the city, and then obviously Long Island, and it just does not feel that way anymore. I mean, at almost $3,000 a month for a 1-bedroom, 1-bath, with no washer dryer. And I'm in prime location. I'm in the Village. It's a great location, so I can't take that away from anything. But when you start to look at other rents, and every time I do this, it's fucking insane.
No, it's crazy.
You start looking at other rents in the area, especially. Has anybody had a conversation with landlords and told them, you don't have to keep raising prices? Just so we're all clear.
Chill out.
You
a
don't
little bit.
have to keep raising it.
Right.
I just want to make sure we're all aware that you don't have to. Although you feel like you should, you don't have to. Just letting you know.
It's funny that he said that. Like, it's true. When you move to Jersey or Queens, like, you feel like you're on the opposite side of the fucking country with somebody. I've been trying to link up with Wes before he goes to Texas. Shout out, Wes.
He's moving to Texas?
Yeah, congrats on working
Yeah,
with
awesome
Jason.
stuff, Wes. For
Yeah.
real. That's
Yep. Congrats on partnering up with Jason. I've been
Who's Jason?
Soul Fit.
Oh, sick.
So Predator. I call him the Predator because he looks like the Predator because of his dreads. Sexy Mexican. I literally try to make plans with him for us to hang out. And it's literally like, even like driving to Jersey, like where he is, or just like him coming to Long Island, it's such a fucking hassle. Like, you have to plan your whole day, probably 2 days of just fucking traveling just to get to the person,
It's actually easier if you just get a blade and you just get a helicopter because it's just so insane.
Yeah.
If you leave at any point after, I would say, what is the 1:32 p.m. and after is a nightmare.
Oh.
And then before then, anything before 9:30, 10 o'clock is horrific. So you have a 2-hour window that you could drive and maybe it's not horrific.
Yeah, we had the good window here of getting here.
Yeah.
We had a nice
Yeah,
window.
it's perfect. Yeah.
It should still be good. Well, we're going to get food after. You guys might be fucked.
Yeah.
You have class tonight?
No, I'm off.
Okay, good.
Yeah, nah, Wednesdays. I need one fucking day.
Yeah, I don't blame you.
One fucking night.
I don't blame you.
Nah, one night just to myself.
By the way, let me run down some of these prices. 1-bedroom, $38.45. 2-bedroom, $43.50. 1-bedroom,
Yeah, it's-
$3,500.
Where is this, Huntington?
Studio, $2,600. Studio.
You're not fitting my
Four
man
bed,
in
two,
here.
four bed,
You're not fitting him.
4-bed, 2.5 bath. I guess it's a whole house, but $5,000 a month. Ridiculous. $2,650 for 2-bedroom, 1-bath. It's in a shithole. $3,400 1-bedroom. 2-bedroom, $3,500.
Yeah, that's nuts.
It's just insane, man. And it's tough because I'm single. I'm by myself. I don't have a partner that I can split the costs with, and it becomes increasingly difficult for now. Yeah. Oh, I can't wait. Oh, can't wait to be like, hey, baby, I've been paying this shit by myself for too long.
That's it.
Just pay for the internet. Just pay for
Yo,
something.
Anything will help.
Pick up the Whole Foods bill for the month.
How's Lex? Dr. Lex.
Lex is good. She's
Dr.
going to be
Lex.
finishing up clinical next couple weeks. Yeah, August 16th, she'll be officially a physical therapist.
Nice.
Oh, yeah. Really.
Oh, wow. There's your help.
Yeah, I
Here's
mean,
your
that
help.
helps
Gym
too.
teacher and physical therapist.
We all live under the same roof right now. It's
Fit ass house.
we
Yeah,
have
for real, yeah.
we have my mother in the basement. She has like a little basement apartment.
Nice.
And then it's me, Lex, my brother, and then my brother's friend who, he's families now because
Cool.
he's living with us. But yeah, it's crazy at times, but it's fun, and it's probably the most economically best choice. Does that
Oh,
make
yeah.
sense?
Yes.
It's like, it's crazy, but like, it's the best way that we can afford it. Everything else, like,
Yo, truth be
it's
told, man,
crazy.
I've seen videos on TikTok about families getting whole plots of land together. They get whole plots of land and then they build. Everybody has their own little house on the land
How?
Yeah.
How's that possible?
because the land is not what it is here.
How do you just buy land and be like, all right, I'm going to put a house there?
Yeah, because it's not as expensive. Think about it in the Midwest, bro.
But think about building a house. How much is it to build a house?
Yeah, but or if you're all pulling your money together though.
That's true.
Well, that was the thing with us. Like, so to go down this road here.
Let me see if I can find a video on it while he's telling.
Yeah, no, in 2021, my father passed away. So it was my parents' house. And, we were, in a difficult situation financially, just for a long time. And me, my mother, and my brother, we just had that conversation. It was like, all right, like, what are we doing here? Are we going to be able to afford the house, number one? or do we go our own separate ways? And like kind of like what you're saying right now, like with these prices that you just listed off. And I mean, this was 3 years ago, so maybe it was a little bit better. But like if I got a 1-bedroom, let's just say it was $2,000. My brother got one, it was $2,000. My mom got one. That was going to be more than what the mortgage was for my house that it currently is right now. So I just said to them both, I was like, hey, listen, like what if we all just came together here and we just held on to the house? You know, if me and my brother, like, you know, my father and my mother.
This is how families used to live, though. This is how it used to be. Everyone was able to count on one another. And, you know, oh, you got to look after the dog? Yeah, I'll be home. Yeah, just have the dog come upstairs and hang out with us. It's like, dude, that's how families used to be. It wasn't like, oh, that's it. Get the fuck out. Like, you know, kick the kids out. And then they're, you know, they move halfway across the country and they see the grandkids once every 3 years.
Yeah.
It's not how it used to be. Family used to be very close and connected.
Yeah. And that's kind of like how it's been. I grew up in Queens, so I was like in an apartment. I had like, I don't know if you're familiar with, you know, Utopia Bagels?
I do know Utopia. I've never been there though.
Okay, so I used to
heard
live.
It's fantastic.
And fantastic. I lived literally right behind it. So like it was like apartment, like co-ops they're called. So like I lived downstairs. Me and my brother, we shared a room. My parents had their own bedroom. We had a small kitchen and a living room, and that was it. And a bathroom, obviously. But like we were so crammed, like we were always so close. And then like my father one day, my mom was like, hey, like let's, you know, making money, like let's move to the island. That's what we did when I was like around 11. Bought this house, and it kind of got like a little crazy. Like ever since that we moved to Long Island, it got like a little nuts. Just like my father losing his job, he getting sick, and
What
like
did he do originally?
my father, he worked like on Wall Street. He was originally with Merrill Lynch.
Okay.
So like when we moved to Long Island, he actually had just gotten laid off at Merrill Lynch. He was there for like 23.
So wait, right when you bought the house, that's when he got
yeah, I'll never forget.
Always
So-
almost the most opportune time.
It always happens at the worst.
Just kicks you right in the cock.
Bro, and my mom wasn't my mom wasn't working at the time. She was like the stay-at-home mom, did a great job. But my father, he worked at Merrill Lynch like 25 years, and we moved to Long Island. I'll never forget. It was July 1st, 2002. And we were actually driving, like, you know, packed, like kids in the car, like we're going, and like we're going to our exit now, which is 28N. But he's like, hey guys, I got to tell you something. To me, my brother, like I lost my job. Like I was just like a 10-year-old, 11-year-old kid. Like what? Like what are we going to do? So it was tough. He ended up getting a job pretty quick after that one. You know, he got one at like the end of August. He ended up working with Lehman Brothers, which we all know about Lehman Brothers, I think, and what happened in 2008. And that kind of went downhill, I'd say, about 6 years later.
I was going to Google Lehman Brothers.
Let's just put it this way. They were like the New York Yankees of banks at the time, and they shut down in 2008.
Lehman.
Lehman Brothers.
Lemon Brothers.
Lemon Brothers.
Lemon Brothers.
Okay, Lemon Brothers collapse. Okay. What happened? Filed for bankruptcy September 15th, 2008.
Yeah.
And what happened with them?
They went under. They went
under during the whole housing crisis and all that shit that was going on during 08.
Is there was like a stock, the stock went down.
the stock market, everything.
Oh, okay.
Like the whole stock market crash in 2008.
Oh, wow.
Just
Yeah,
went
nuts.
completely
Nuts. I remember my mom's a mortgage broker. She was going nuts in 08.
Yeah.
Wow.
I remember that conversation. I'll never forget. Oh man.
Tough conversations to have when you're a
Dude,
kid.
and
To,
like
see your parents just in actual agony
yeah.
of not knowing what to do.
Yeah, and that was like my mom at the time. Like, so like when we moved here, she actually got like a part-time like job. I mean, she was working the hours, but it wasn't like anything crazy. But I remember in 08, it was September. Like I was just in my senior year, and I was getting ready for school. It had to be like 6:30 a.m. My dad comes up and he's like, "This is gonna be like one of the biggest days of our life right now." I was like, "What are you talking about?" He's like, Lehman Brothers is going bankrupt. And like from that point on, it was just like, I'm going to lose my job any day.
Dude, no
You know?
wonder
It's
all of us
like-
are so fucking stressed on a daily basis. We had to deal with all this shit the last
I mean,
couple
that's a
years.
huge thing, man.
The last 20, 30 years of our lives, we've just dealt with like
Yeah.
tragedy after tragedy of just pivot after pivot.
Yeah. And went through that the rest of his life. He ended up never getting a job ever again after that.
Really?
Yeah, from 2008. Because what ended up happening was a few years later, like, he ended up getting sick. And this is like a crazy, crazy small story. I'll leave it. But my brother is like a diehard. At the time, they were New Jersey Nets.
A Pooch, right?
Yeah, A Pooch.
Shout out A Pooch.
There he is.
The homie.
Obviously now they're the Brooklyn Nets, but at the time they were New Jersey, and he happened to be buying like merchandise. Like it was his birthday, so my mom, my dad were like, "Hey, like let's buy you a jersey, like whatever it was." So my brother is actually buying a jersey, and like the halftime shows, like where like they do like whatever contest it is. Someone went up to him and was like, "Hey, like, do you want to do this, around the world contest where you shoot free throws and 3-pointers, whatever?" So as far as like, just to, fast forward the story, like he ended up doing it. He was like, I don't even know what age he was, but he crushed it, like won it, like hit every single shot, whatever. But he won a trip to the Dominican Republic.
Oh shit.
So,
Wow.
And it was for him and one other guest, and he was underage, and I don't know how old I was at the time, but my dad ended up going. This was in 2009. So yeah, I was like in my senior year, and they go to the DR, and my dad came back with autoimmune, and he was just
It was from the trip?
like, I don't know if like that exact moment in that trip happened, but he came home from that trip and he was like, my stomach hurts, it's this, it's that. Like, I don't know if it was like something prior, because he always had like complications, like little here
What
and
did
there.
he
but
pick up? What did he have?
it was some type of hepatitis. I don't know what exactly it was, to be honest with you.
And you can get that pretty easily from like anything, right?
Yeah. Oh yeah. And like it could have been like him eating something, he drank something.
It's scary.
It was a wild time. It was during like my Thanksgiving break. So he ended up getting that, and then he was kind of just shut down. And like when he did recover, he was always trying to find another job, like where he was working. And it was tough because he turned 50, and who wants to hire someone at 50 years old making what he was making, when you can get someone who's fresh out of college, and at the time they could probably be making $40,000, $50,000. And, he fell into a real bad hole, like, and it's not his fault. It was just shit happens. You know what I mean? Like
Cards.
everything. It's like, it was a tough road, man. It was a lot of stress, but get through it. You know what I mean? And then, the past 4 years, I should say the past 4 years, but like in 2019, 2020, it started like ramping up again, and it was affected like his liver. And he ended up having like liver disease and shut down from there. Yeah. Yeah, it was tough.
What's your background? Like, what's your ethnicity?
I'm Italian, Sicilian.
So Southern Italian. Have you ever gotten your iron levels checked?
I think I have, and I was pretty good. I did it like 2-3 years ago. Actually, like right after he passed, I got like a checkup, and I made sure like I got tested for like everything like that he had. So
Did you get a genetic test for hemochromatosis?
I'm not sure.
Check that
All
out.
this stuff is, I don't know.
Hemo what?
Hemochromatosis
Yeah, I know,
is
right?
what I thought I had. When
I learned something new like when I talk to Nick like every podcast, because he'll bring up something and I'm like, what the fuck is that?
But I remember like telling like the doctor like,
You're saying the liver issues because
yes, he had liver disease.
Well, yeah, but was he a drinker?
No, not at all. Smoker.
Did they say that he had cirrhosis at all?
Yes. Had cirrhosis.
Okay, so that could actually be in part. Now, I'm not a doctor, so this is not medical advice. That could actually be. Yeah, that could actually be in part due to not having any alcohol reasons or, alcohol-induced reasons of cirrhosis. That could be in part due to high levels of iron in the blood.
Yeah.
And most European men have high iron levels and they don't even realize it. And they get diagnosed. They get diagnosed with cirrhosis of the liver as like a terminal fate, obviously, unless they get a transplant. They die and they don't realize that it was actually just because they had too high iron levels.
Yes.
They either had hemochromatosis or their iron levels were just never put in check. They never donated blood. You should get checked.
Yeah. No, it definitely will.
No, seriously, that's because that's the book I bought when I thought I had it. The book I bought talks specifically about that. So many people are misdiagnosed, not misdiagnosed because they have cirrhosis, but misdiagnosed because they said the cirrhosis never came from drinking.
Right.
So where the fuck does it just come from?
Yeah.
Heavy taxation of the liver. And the iron, when the iron is too high in the body, it deposits in the heart, the brain, and the liver.
Yeah.
And at some point, it becomes too much damage and causing cirrhosis.
I got to get on that then.
Yeah.
100%.
You may want to just check it out.
I know I got checked for something. And they were like, "You're clear," like because I did tell them like what the diagnosis of what he had and
They don't
everything.
even see
and
it.
they don't even know
So
exactly.
weird, bro. They don't
It's
even
sick.
see it. They
sick.
used to call it they used to call it bronze diabetes because people that had heavy source of heavy iron in the body, they'd have that that like bronze tinge to the skin tone as well, or the eyes. Yeah,
Jeez,
bronze diabetes they used to call it. Very crazy shit.
it sucked.
So definitely. Oh, there's Karen. Is everything okay? I'm in a podcast.
Hi, Karen.
What's up?
Tom and Pooch say hi. Hello, boys, she says. All right, I'm hanging up on you, Karen. Love you, bye.
So it's like what you said, right? I was gonna say that's probably why we all fucking train the way we do, because how like tragedies of life happen. Like training is that outlet that, you know, helps us forget about it for a short amount of time.
Oh yeah, I mean
My brain turns off when I train.
Yeah.
forget it. I mean, I have so much in my life that I know that has affected me that, and like I do it to myself too. Like I'll make myself the underdog where I'm like, fuck you, I'm going all out here because you were this in high school or this like at this age and like you to make this team and like you just have that chip on your shoulder. And like when I go into your gym or anywhere I am, like I kind of like give myself that reminder. But I mean, all these events that I'm telling you, like whether it was, you know, losing my dad, it was being in the financial crisis for like, forget it. I mean, it was like from 2008 till COVID, you know, like COVID was probably around that turning point because he was also at that stage of like when he was going to pass and all this. And there was just so much built up the past over a decade. And with running for me, like here's like a quick, I don't know if it's a quick story, but I would say it had to be during COVID. It was 2020. I was going through a lot. I was, you know, my father was like at the peak of everything going on. My house was in foreclosure. You know, like bills weren't being paid. Like, and this isn't like a sob story. I'm just saying this, like, this is what was
Story
going
of life, man.
like, this is like,
we all go through
this
shit,
is
bro.
like what has been in my head. And like, you know, you just see how it is every day. And at the time, I'm not a full-time worker. I'm a part-time worker. You know, can't get a job. It's just like, you feel like just everything is going against you. And like, you're not hating the world or anything, but it's just like, what the fuck? Like, when is my chance coming? You know what I mean?
When
Like,
am I going to get a
when
break?
am I going to get like something? Just anything. Like, you know what I mean? And like, the only thing I had was training. It was working out, whether it was CrossFit or whatever it was. Like, when I was in that zone, that was like my time. Like, you know what I mean? And at the time when gyms were closed in 2020, I actually was doing a thing so my old CrossFit gym, they shut down due to COVID and other things, whatever. And I was doing their program that was through Zoom. And it was like you literally like logged onto Zoom and you worked out. And then you were with other people. It was people I knew.
Did a couple of those. It was fucking brutal.
And listen, it was great for like
What
the
it was.
beginning. Yes.
What we needed it for.
Yeah.
I'm not hating on it. Like,
it was brutal.
yeah, but like I'll never forget this one day. I was like trying to set it up. I made the mistake. I did not charge my computer, right? So I woke up, I logged onto Zoom, my thing is dying, and like there's a coach like on the Zoom, obviously, instructing you what to do, like whatever. And that goes like completely blank. And then I go like maybe like 8 steps to my left, and I'm working out in my basement. So keep this in mind. And I have a barbell, I have a bench, I have a squat rack, whatever it is. And there's just a puddle of like water. And I'm like, what the hell? And I know, like, I knew it rained like the night before. And I just see my ceiling just like dripping down. And I'm like, motherfucker. I'm like, I got to get the wire now to charge this. I got to clean this up. And now I'm in the basement. And now my dad, he's in his bedroom and he's in bed. And I end up hearing like a thump, like a boom. And I'm like, oh my God. And I'm just like, what am I doing here? Like, you know what I mean? Like, so I go upstairs, I run up. I'm like, you all right? I see him on the floor. I'm doing the whole, like, you know, picking him up, getting on the bed.
Yeah.
So I'm like, are you all right? Like, are you good? He's like, yeah, I'm fine. Just like, leave me here. Like, I'm good. Like, I promise. Like, he's like, are you all right? Like, I think he saw me. Like, are you good? I'm like, yeah, like I'm fine. Like I'm just like, I got 8 million things going on at once. Like, you know, I'll be fine though. I promise. He's like, you sure? I'm like, yeah. I'm like, if you need me, like, let me know. So I go downstairs. I'm cleaning this up. I'm trying to find the wire. It's like, you know, like when you plug something in and it's not like charging, you're like, what the f-? It was like happening there. And I was like, you know what? I'm just not going to do it. I'm done. I'm like, I need to just sit down and not do anything. And I like had like a mental breakdown at that point. I was just like, I'm losing my mind. Like I can't get anything right. I see these forms here about my house. I have my dad who's like literally like on his limb here. I'm trying to work out something that I actually like doing. I can't even do that. I also got a flood in my basement. I'm like, you know what? Like I need to get out of the house. Like I gotta get out. I put on shoes, right? And I go outside and I just start running. And this is where this is all coming from here. I just start running. I don't run at all at this point. At all. Like, I mean, if I did like 400 meter runs at CrossFit, 600, whatever it was, 800 meters, like that was like the most of it. And I was like, I'm just going to go as far as I can. And when I want to turn around, I'll turn around. So by me, I live in Wantagh. And what I usually do is I make a right onto Wantagh Avenue and I end up being on Hempstead Turnpike. And that's about like 2 miles in. And I got to Hempstead Turnpike. And like, you know, in that like 8-10 minutes, whatever it is, you know, you're just thinking about everything that's going on. Yep. So like, it's not just one sole thing. But I remember like, to this day, like true story, like making that left on Hempstead Turnpike and just like breaking down. Like, I mean, like breaking down, full blown, like tears coming down my face. Cars are just like, you know, coming through, probably looking at me like, what the hell is going on with this guy? Like he has a story. There's something going on. And I just kept running, crying, running, like thinking about everything, like everything's unfit, and like not blaming everything, but I'm just like, yo, like I can't, like again, like back to that, I can't get a break like with anything. And you know, on that, like on those runs, like I would do it. So like I finished that run, it was 6 miles, whatever it was, and like that was the most I've ever done in my life. But I would come home and I had like just a better feeling. And like this is where this all comes from with the running thing. It's like I finished that run and like even though those problems were still there, I had like that hour or whatever it was to just kind of sort it out for me. It was like, this sucks, but we're going to get through it. Whatever it is, like we'll get through it. And, you know, I had a lot of those same runs like over the course of like the next few weeks where I would like start crying. Like, and it was mostly because of my dad. Like, you know, like I knew like a job would happen. Like, listen, it's going to come. I knew like the gym situation, whatever was going to happen. But like, you know, I honestly thought, and like, it wasn't that I ever lost hope. I was just being realistic. And like, sometimes you just need to be realistic. And maybe like people who listen to this or they watch this, whatever it is, but like, I knew my dad was going to die. Right. And like, there's people in my family, there's friends, there's a bunch of people out there that would probably be like, how could you say that? Like, how could you like lose hope on when you are looking at someone that you know and you've seen for the last 30 years of your life and like they are struggling. They can't even get up to go to the bathroom or whatever it is. I like plan, like this is a true thing, man. Like I planned his funeral in my head, like on those runs. Like I let it all out like on those runs. And you know, it's hard to say, but it was the truth. Like I would look at him after those like days. I'd be like, it's going to happen. Like, not, I would say that to him, but like in my head, you're just like, you have to get yourself ready. And like, I'm sure we've all lost someone that's super, super important to us. Yep. And it's like, you don't ever want to believe that. But like, I mean, like, I remember like even going to the hospital and he would be in there and me and my brother would leave and I would look at my brother. This was end of August. So I would look at him. I'd be like, Aunt, I just got to tell you something. And I'm only telling you this, but like, you don't have 6 months. Yeah. I'm like, this could happen next week. This could happen 3 months. This could happen like, but I just want you to know, like, we're like entering that zone. And he's like, no, you're right. Like, I'm not going to tell mom that because, you know, like, I don't, she knows, you know, but
she knows, everybody knows.
She's got to, you know, hold the fort down. But like, this is what I'm going through right now. This is what's in my head, you know? And like, when he did pass, it wasn't that I mean, obviously you're super upset and emotional and stressed, and you're thinking about the house and where are we gonna live, and like there's 8 million different things going on. But like you're not ready for it, but you just like it's like this has been planned in my head for weeks, man.
You
like,
accept it.
I've had this.
You accept it,
right? Yeah. And you want to talk about demons? That was a big one for me. That was a huge, huge thing. And I think about that a lot. Like I think about those runs and like, you went through it, but it gets better. For anyone that listening, it does get better.
Yeah, I was going to interject and I didn't want to stop you, but that's the biggest thing is that it does get better. And it's tough, man. It's tough to accept things when they're happening and it just seems like shit's hitting the fan. And I've lost my uncle a long time ago. I lost my uncle who I was very close with, my grandfather in 2019 who I was very close with, my dog in 2019, my childhood dog. And we hung on to her for too long. We should have put her down a little sooner. But it was one of those where you knew she was dying slowly. She couldn't walk anymore. And obviously a dog to a parent's very different, but still family in certain ways for those that are like super close with pets. And I remember that it was a morning. My mom and I, she would have seizures and she would have like things, towards the end, which we didn't really know they were seizures. We just called them like little episodes. We just thought she was acting a little off. And she had like a tumor in her shoulder. So she used to drag her paw. So she'd like hop into like room to room and she'd go and lay down. We had blankets all over the house. So she'd just lay bed to bed, bed to bed, bed to bed. And then one morning she woke up, 2019. I think it was in June. Yeah, it was in June 2019. And she just like threw up projectile everywhere. And you just saw she was like keeling over. And my mom and I were just like, okay, it's time. Like
it's terrible.
It's time.
Sucks,
it's time.
man.
And then we called the place to come and do the euthanasia there. The euthanization.
Yeah.
And they came.
They came over.
Of love.
Oh yeah.
Came. And just, you're sitting there and you just realize it. And they're giving us time with her and they're cutting some of her fur off and giving it to you and making a paw print and everything. And you're just like, it's becoming real. Like this is your childhood dog and this is something that you've cared for years. And truth be told, like I was close with Cookie, nowhere near Kenji and I because Kenji's with me everywhere I go. Yeah. So eventually it'll be horrific when he goes. But it's, it was like a really shitty feeling. And then when she just says, okay, like I'm going to administer the first shot and the second shot. And then once that second shot goes, the dog she's going to drift off to sleep. And then I'm going to do the third one and that's it.
Yeah.
So we're just like, okay. And you're just holding the dog and you just feel that last breath, just that last exhale. And you get the chills thinking about it, but you feel that last breath and you just go, all right. And like you feel okay in the moment and then they take her away and then you're crying and you're upset. But then like as the days go by, you start remembering the funny parts of things that experiences that you've had with the family member, the dog, whatever. And then as the weeks go by and the months go by, the healing, it kind of comes full circle and complete.
Yeah.
And you could think about them without being totally upset and devastated. But it sucks, man. It sucks. No matter what, it sucks leading into things like that. It sucks when you know that somebody or something is not going to be there anymore. And you have to just take that, harness that strength that you've had your entire life and just be like, all right, I need to be there for the family. I need to be there for myself. I need to just keep myself distracted and busy and get back to my schedule in some ways, like without obviously mourning the proper way. But you have to be selfish in certain ways and you have to just prioritize yourself because there are too many people that get into a rut. They get into such a mental hole that they're just so depressed and so upset that they're devastated. And it's like you've just stayed in a place of sadness for too long. You have to just kind of claw your way out a little bit.
You guys ever see the anime Naruto?
No.
I haven't watched it. I've known about it obviously for years and years. I want to watch it though.
So that and Dragon Ball Z is one of my favorite shows ever. I grew up watching them. And like I broke down recently and my trauma and where I get my mentality from is from when I was bullied as a kid and everybody would look at me like I'm some kind of like fucking monster or some like fucking alien. And I said recently, like, I'm bald now, I have tattoos, everybody looks at me like I'm fucking scary. But I have everybody's best interest at heart. But whatever. Like sometimes it gets to me when people tell me, oh, he looks crazy, he looks too angry, he looks intimidating. Like most of the time I brush it off, but sometimes, it gets to me. But that's like being bullied as a kid. Like that's where my like traumatic like thing in my brain switches on, and I'm just like, all right, this is why I train the way I do. Because like what Pooch said, like I have the chip on my shoulder. It's like
the
all right,
repressed thought and feelings.
yeah, exactly. It's like fuck you. You know what I mean? Like and like I realized that people. I had a conversation with one of our friends, and he was just anxious about like his heart and like just like something that's like making him going nuts, whatever. But I asked him, I was like, yo, it's probably a trauma that you are secretly suppressing, subconsciously suppressing. That's what's making you bug the fuck out. In a way, he realized that. But going back to the show, in the show, there is a clan, the Uchiha clan. They have the ability of the Sharingan. It's their eyes. So you can read people's movements. You can create fires with your eyes. You can reverse time. It's a crazy fucking thing. It's a crazy show. But the way they gain access to that power is by traumatic events. So when you start to go through things in life, the tamoi, like the little spheres in your eyes, there's 3. You start out with 1, you get 2, and then you get 3. On that third one, you're fully evolved. Now, in order for it to advance further, for you to become more powerful, you have to go through a very traumatic event in your life, whether losing your best friend, losing a parent, losing your arm, whatever. Like something has to happen in your life to where you unlock that potential. Yeah. So if you lose a loved one, or if you lose a friend, there is a scene in the show where one of the main guys, Itachi, he loses his friend Shisui. Shisui gives him his eye because they could preserve eyes in that realm, right? I'm pretty sure you could do it, whatever. Like in the real world, you could preserve like body parts. He gave him his eyes because he still has the power, right? Gave him his eyes. He said to Itachi, you're my best friend. I love you to death, but I have to die. Like this is my time. He falls off the river. He dies. In that moment, he starts to cry, and then his eyes change, and he unlocks the power of his ancestors, which is pretty fucking sick. Oh. But it's crazy that like the events that we all go through, right? Me, Pooch, you, it turns us into, it's like a switch that turns on in our brains that unlocks our potential. Like Pooch, the fact that he's a fucking marathon runner, but he's also strong as shit, is an elite CrossFit athlete, and that elite with what we do now too, like with unconventional stuff. That moment where he was in so much pain in that scenario in his mind, in his head, that actually opened up a floodgate into another realm of potential, being able to train with us and do what he does, but then also at 6:45 tonight, running a 5K. Like that's insane. Like that, but that ties into like how like those events really unlock something within us to be more of a fucking savage and just be more of a monster of a human being. It's crazy to think about.
One of the quotes that I loved from Kingsman, the movie, was "Experiences make the man."
Yeah,
it's true.
It's true, man. It's fucking. I got into weightlifting because I was bullied for being fat.
Yeah,
I was bullied a long time for being fat and heavy and this and that, and I came back. I was 270 back then. 10th grade, I was 270. 270. And I came. Yeah, man. I came back 190 in one summer. 10th to 11th grade. And then I was like going up to all the dudes that were bullying me. I was like, you had a lot of shit to say last year. What's up, man? Like now I'm in shape. Now go. And I in some ways I became a bully to a lot of those guys because I was like that chip on my shoulder. I was ready to go. I was fiery at that point. And then just like I would say the next distinguishing moment in life that flipped another switch for me was like I was with my ex for a long time. We were almost 4 years. And the second that we go away to different colleges, I deal with her cheating on me. And then I got into my bodybuilder era. Hoodie up. I was away at college. I really didn't party at all. I really didn't do anything. I hooked up with no girls. None. Yeah. My goal was bodybuilding, and that was it. I was at the gym, hoodie up, summer, no matter what. I'd wear 2 hoodies sometimes during the winter, and I would just head down bodybuilding. And I went from 2, because I went back up to 240 at that point. I went from 240 to 150 to compete a year later.
240 to 150.
That's right. Wow. I stepped on stage at 150.
Oh my God. Fucking God.
So like this is, I mean, these were the switches. And my mom had said it too. She had said, after that breakup, she said you were different. You came back different. She's like, you came back a little bit more not mean or anything like that, but a little bit more cold and like jaded-ish, because I realized that somebody that I put a lot of faith and love into fucking hurt me. And I was like, you know, we promised to be with each other and all this shit, and it just went to crap in a month. A month, 3.5, almost 4-year relationship. So that fucked me up. And then listen, man, I'm sure that has played into some part why I've been in and out of relationships, in and out here and there. I have to find balance in my mind and learn and get to the next part. But COVID was the next one. Starting my business, getting shut down to zero. That was the next flip switch. You know, switching up my training and doing more functional stuff, the cardio stuff last year with OG, now strength and conditioning now with you, and the jiu-jitsu. I never wanted to do jiu-jitsu. I mean, I wanted to back when, ironically, I told Matt, back when he first opened up the school in Huntington, I came for a trial class. This is in like, right after he fought GSP.
Oh, wow.
Oh, shit. So you went and tried it before you started doing it now, years ago?
Yes.
Wow.
His brother gave me the lesson, the one-on-one, and I just didn't like it.
Wow.
Yeah, this is like...
That's crazy.
Yeah, I might actually be a blue belt by now.
When did he fight GSP?
Fucking long time ago.
When did Matt Sarah fight GSP?
Yeah. So anyway, so I went, I took a trial class, and I said, you know, because I wanted to do it so bad at that point, watching him fight. And I said, whatever, it's not for me. And
2008.
Oh, man, that's a long time.
yeah, fucking black belt by now.
How old were you?
Wow.
Oh my God, I must have been in like 08. I graduated 09, so I was like 17,
Holy
16.
shit. So you did a trial that fucking long ago, and now you fell in love with it now. That's cool.
Can you imagine doing kettlebells since 2008?
Oh my
You've been doing it for like, what, 5 years?
Oh my God, imagine.
They wouldn't make them heavy enough for him. They didn't make 300 pound kettlebells.
Think about that.
I wish I started jiu-jitsu when I was younger, like I was 10. I did karate when I was 10.
I'll put my kids into it one day.
Oh my God, if you put kids into jiu-jitsu, holy fuck.
They're young.
Bro, but think about it this way. Like, they're 5 fucking years old, and then by the time they're 18, they have 13 fucking years of training.
Yep.
Over anybody. So you're only 18 years old. You don't know what the fuck is happening at 18 years old. You're a fucking kid at that point. Imagine putting your kids into jiu-jitsu at that young. Holy shit, that'd be fucking insane.
Yeah. So it's just, you know, now, and I told Matt that, and he was like, holy shit, man. I said, yeah, because I was asking people at the gym, I said, in the locker room, I said, weren't the mats up here at one point? They're all like, no. And I'm like, I could have sworn that it was upstairs. Because the way his studio is he's got the top, but then it goes down sloped around the back. So it's like on a hill.
That's Huntington.
Yeah.
Levittown.
And his mats are all on the bottom.
Gotcha.
His mats are all on the bottom of the hill. So like I remember they used to be up top. And everyone's like, no, I don't remember that. And I asked him, and he goes, yeah, Rizzles. He's like, yeah, they were up here at that point. I go, I thought so. I was like,
crazy.
That's wild.
Cool.
That is
That's
very,
so
very
cool.
wild. Yeah.
That's so cool.
So now, you know, now I'm doing this, and I'm a year and 2-ish, 3 months into it now. And I love it. And I try to train as much as humanly possible. And it's so crazy how just these things just shape us to want to do different things and experience different things. And listen, man, the bodybuilding thing was cool for a long time. I loved it. It was great. It was great for what it was. But I wasn't going to take gear. I wasn't going to, I wasn't going to go compete in a natural league, because the natural leagues were shit and nobody gave a fuck about them. So there was no notoriety to be had in a natural league. No. Natural league. Natural
Hate
league.
on naturals, bro.
Yeah, no. Natural league.
Are you gonna get what I'm saying? Don't hate on naturals.
I know, because you're doing natural world's strongest man.
All right, as long as you got it.
No, natural league for IFBB is different. You actually have to perform. These guys, it's a fucking beauty contest. They just cycle off before they go in. So anyway.
Isn't that funny though? Like, something that like you were so invested in, like you don't even have the desire to do it anymore.
No, I have zero
like,
desire to do it.
Even like with CrossFit for me, like I did it for 10 years, and it was like, I mean, I did it every day. Like I lived it, I breathed it, I slept it, whatever. And like, I can't even think about going back to do it. Like, not even like a little bit. Mm-hmm. Like, you know, I take the class here and there, like with Lex, I'll go with her. Like she goes or whoever's gym it is, like just to get a workout in, but like to do it every day and like live it and breathe it the way I did. I just have no desire.
At the time, I thought I could do it, man. I've said it multiple times on this podcast. I thought that I could do an hour on the stairs every single day, eat my fish and my meals, my 6 meals a day, every single day for the rest of my life. In that moment, I thought I could do that. And then as I guess my frontal lobe developed, as I like actually learned and figured things out, yeah, exactly, I realized that that's not the life that I want.
No.
Because I started looking at a lot of the older bodybuilders that are stuck in that loop of like, you know, a couple weeks ago, I just saw a 50s. He's got to be like in his 50s. And I saw him, he was talking to one of the gym owners, and he's just like, hey, he's like, got third at nationals. He's like, so next year is going to be my year. And I'm like, Jesus Christ, bro, just fucking hang it up.
Yeah.
I don't know. You're putting yourself through another prep, more drugs, more suppression of like all your food, and you're going to be a crab to everybody around you.
Put that fire into something else.
Just go do something else,
Yeah,
man. At some point, you have to
else.
be, even the guys that are in their late 30s, I've had this conversation with guys before. So you're just going to abuse yourself with drugs to just maybe get a plastic trophy.
Yeah.
Maybe be able, get the pro card that then says, IFBB pro jerk off. Like, okay.
Yeah.
It used to be something. They used to issue out those IFBB pro cards far and few between, like twice a year.
Yeah.
Now they dish them shits out as long as you're willing to pay
Everyone's
that
getting
annual
them.
fee.
Yeah.
That's why I love what I do now, because it shaped my whole, like, I've been into fitness since I was fucking 10 years old doing all this shit, but it wasn't until, like, honestly, it wasn't until like a year ago that I really found my groove, and I met everybody that I know that's meant to be in my life. You guys, people from all over the country. It's my business model. It's how I make money. It's how I make a living. So, like, putting, like the guy saying that he just got his third, like he just got third. Oh, it'll be next year. It'll be next year. It's like, all right, well, maybe you should take your efforts and your fire into something else, because maybe that you'll get first. Maybe that you'll build what you really want to build. And that's what happened with me. I strung away from everything, and I just said, fuck it, let me just do what I do now. And it stemmed to what everything that I have today. So, yeah.
And it's not to discourage anybody. I think it's great that you're still trying and aiming for something, but at some point you got to be realistic. You have to be realistic.
Switch it up. Yeah.
That's like living in a failed business and just like without ever switching the business model and pivoting with times as it goes on.
Yeah.
Just going, next month I'm going to make money. It's like, dude, you haven't made money for the last in his case, you haven't made money for the last 20 fucking years, 30 years of training.
Yeah.
Dog, switch it up, man.
Yeah.
Do something different.
Yeah.
Stubborn.
What are they going to give you?
Selfish.
What's the feedback?
Yeah.
What's the feedback they're going to give you? Come in harder. Come in drier. Come in bigger. It's like the same shit every year, bro.
Yeah. Something's got to
Dude,
change.
the top 10 guys in my class, I was men's physique class A, which is up to 5'7" in height. There was no weight limit. The top 10 guys in my class were 215. That is up to 5'7" is the cap for that class.
And they weighed 200.
215. I weighed 150 on stage. How in the fuck am I supposed to compete with that?
You can't.
You're 5'7", 215 pounds. Yeah, that's physically fucking impossible.
Bro,
That's
they looked
crazy.
like monsters.
Yeah, that's crazy.
My mom literally sent me a picture when I was backstage. She goes, I think we got a problem. Because of me next to everybody.
Yeah, that's not good.
Dude, I looked great.
Yeah.
For a natural guy.
Right.
Didn't look great standing next to them. And then what was the feedback backstage?
Yeah.
Come in harder, come in drier. Okay, so you want me to just
And
take
juice
more
up.
diuretics, and you want me to take more shit.
Yeah.
Listen, I've always been very vocal about it. I think that if you want to take juice and you want to take steroids, take it. I'm all for it for you.
Yeah.
If you believe that you need it and that's something that you want to put in your protocol, do it.
Yeah.
But do it healthily.
Yeah.
Like do it
God
with
bless.
health in mind.
Yeah.
Don't do it to just abuse your body and get a plastic trophy. That is not worth it.
No, hell no.
Because the same dudes, and I've said this so many times, but the same dudes that claim, I'd rather live 40 years as a lion than 60 as a sheep. It's like, bro, they're the ones that are on dialysis because their kidneys shut down from all the gear they've been blasting. And they're like, please, someone help me. And they're oh, what happened to that mentality a couple years ago, bro?
Right.
Yeah, now you're realizing that this all wasn't worth it. So we get into this sport, we get into this lifestyle to be healthy.
Yeah.
To live longer.
Yeah.
Not cut that shit short.
That's what it comes down to.
Well, that's what you hope it comes down
Yeah.
to. But there are people that you see 16, 17-year-olds blasting shit nowadays. And it's disgusting, bro. It's disgusting. You haven't hit your pinnacle. You haven't even hit the amount of testosterone that's going to be flowing through your body naturally in what it needs to be.
Yeah.
What do they say? The male brain doesn't finish developing until 25. 25, and you're gonna blast gear at 17.
Oh.
When does
Crazy.
the male brain?
Fact check me.
Mr. Google.
No, fact check me. I wish I had a computer. I would
Mid to late 20s, yeah.
Yeah, that's wild, man.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think mine just finished. I think I just woke up, and this is one of the reasons why I decided to cut the drinking last year.
Yeah.
I don't have a problem. Do I want drinks? Yeah. Like every now and then I want a beer. I want a little sake. I love sake. But at the same time, I just knowing and understanding the research that has come out in health and in what alcohol does to your brain and all this stuff, I'm good, man.
Yeah.
And the longer the streak goes, the longer I don't want to break it. So I'm just kind of like, I'm just chilling right now.
Yeah, no, I pick and choose my battles with it.
Yeah, but that's not just specifically about sobriety. That's just about health.
Right.
You know, the bodybuilding wasn't serving me anymore. I started training with Tom. Then a year ago, Evan came on the podcast, and he has a more cardio based type training style. And I said, I need to drop a good amount of weight. Let me try the cardio stuff. And I did it for the last year, and it was great. It served its purpose, but now I wanted to go back and I wanted to like put some strength in again.
Yeah.
Along with the jujitsu. And I wanted to train more functionally like that.
Yeah.
I miss doing the kettlebells. I miss doing the sandbags. I miss pushing myself. I miss that environment. The heavy metal, the fucking villain arc feeling of like hoodie on and just getting shit done.
That's a great analogy of it, villain arc.
You know what I'm saying? Like the villain arc feeling. It's just like, I'm coming out different. Like this is good.
That. Yeah.
So like I missed that training. So, you know, I took to Ev still. I'm just like, it just wasn't for me anymore for right now. Maybe I go back at some point. Maybe I don't. I don't know. It's just not for me right now.
Yeah.
The jiu-jitsu, I'm focused on. Tom stuff, I'm focused on.
Right.
That's it.
And there's nothing wrong with that. Like you said, you
man.
could always go back to whatever.
The whole point of life, man. You pivot.
Exactly,
you like things. You don't like things. I hated video games for 6 months. Then I started playing video games again recently. Like you're a human, man. We are all over the place.
Right.
Nothing is linear. Nothing is like this is the only way to get to success. This is the only way to get to health. This is the only way to get to happiness. It's not like that, bro. There's like mountains, there's zigzags, there's shit that obstacles that get thrown on our way. There's loss of life in our that is close to our inner circle. Listen, man, when I got the dog, did I think he was gonna have seizures at 2 years old? No, bro. But you know, there's obstacles that we all have to deal with.
Yeah.
It just is what it is. And that's what we do in life. You pivot, you learn, you adapt, you get stronger, you get those little eye things from Naruto. That's it, man.
Sharingan, baby.
And it also, like, these experiences, it makes, you know, a bad day like a little bit easier, you know? Like, it's just, if I'm having like a rough one, I say this at my house all the time, and there's no bad days ever. Like, there's no bad days. I've heard that somewhere multiple times, but like when you
it's
really
so tough
to
remind yourself of that when it's happening, though. When it's a shit day, it is exceptionally hard to remind yourself. Like, I've been here before. Tomorrow is going to probably be a better day. You just have to just get through it.
Just get through it. Exactly. And like when I was going through what I was saying before, whether like the three components, you know, it was family, death, and you know, financially, and all these things. It's like, you've been down even a darker path. And like, if you're going through something that's so, you know, in my mind, that's more minimal. Like, listen, your problem that to you is so big might be like, yo, to me, it's really not that big of a deal. But like, and vice versa, right? Like my big problems to you might be small, but like, they're going to go away eventually. Whether it's going to be that day or a few days from now, it's going to pass. You just got to keep on going, keep on trekking, and things are going to turn out.
And it's cool because people who listen to this type of stuff, like if they hear guys like me, you, Nick, like breaking down, like I said, I broke down fucking recently. Sometimes, listen, man, it gets to people, it gets to me, and it's like people listening to that, like, all right, like, you know, if Tom feels that way, then it's okay for me to feel that way. Or if Tom and Nick and Pooch can get through all this shit that they got through, then I can get through whatever I'm doing. And that's where it comes back to the human experience. Like I said, I'm big on brotherhood. I'm big on providing what I can to you guys being my homies. Like, that's because that's how I fucking get better too. Like, I'm not bulletproof. I'm not fucking whatever proof. Like, you know, it's like it's just literally the trials and tribulations of life and people just listening to stories and, you know, just all feeding off each other as a collective, because that's just what we're here for. Whatever fucking divine powers or with God and everything that has put us on this earth and to live and what we do, we're all here as a collective. We're all dealing with it together.
Yeah, nobody knows what the fuck's going on. I have no idea what the hell's going on. I'm still trying to figure out this life. And guess what? When I'm however old I am until my last day, I'm still going to be trying to figure out life. It just, when it comes down to it, nobody wants to feel alone. That's why stories like this and just talking openly about things like this, it helps others from listening, like Tom just said.
Yeah.
It helps them listening and viewing because they go, oh shit, I'm going through it, or I've been through that, or I'm in the beginning stages of feeling like something like that is coming on. we all have those days where we just break down and we just can't take it.
Sometimes you got to cry, not to cut you off, man. Sometimes you got to do it.
Oh, I was crying a lot when Kenji got sick, man. I was crying a lot.
Yeah.
It was right, dude. It was like right when I just got my first apartment. I was so excited to move out. Everything was going great. Everything was like, oh man, I'm on top of the world.
Yeah.
And then he starts getting sick. I feel like I can't leave. Then he needs medicine every 12 hours. And this is like, listen, I still get stressed out. There are days where I'm just like, there's so much to handle in a single day, and I can't deal with it all.
Right.
And it's just that people hitting me up to get edits done or edit a podcast episode or, bills coming up or this and that. You want to talk transparently? When I was working with Monster Energy and Rain for the last 2.5, almost 3 years, and then when they decided that they were doing a lot of the stuff in-house going forward and they didn't want to do monthly stuff anymore, that sucked. That was a very large amount of my monthly income.
Yeah.
There's no bullshitting. It just is what it is. So for a month or so, that was like very stressful to try to find new business, to unfortunately do what I should have been doing the entire time as a business owner, championing my business and getting 5 Monster Energy contracts instead of just banking on the one, because nothing lasts forever. Doesn't last forever.
Yeah.
True.
So and that was something, because it was it was my first large contract ever. That's why something like that was very stressful for me. I used to, every conversation that they wanted to have, every little bump I always thought, oh, are they getting rid of me? Like, what's going on? Like, do they not like what I gave them? Like, and it was just anxiety that I was causing myself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it would be a perpetual motion of just like uneasiness. Like, this is my thing right now. Like, I can't lose this.
Yeah.
And then because I was stressing so much about it for the entire time and duration of the contract and everything like that, when the conversation actually did happen, and they were like, Nick, it's not us. It's like the powers that be. It's like, it's the corporate. It's the people above us. They just want to do more stuff in-house and this and that. And I literally just went, okay. And they were just kind of like, oh, like, we appreciate you. We know you, we love you and we love your work. This doesn't mean it's an end to us. We may do more stuff in the future. And I was just like, it's cool. Like, I'm not going to argue with you guys. Like, this is the choice you made. And although it sucked at first, because I was just like, okay, what day is it? Okay, we got 3 weeks. We got to get the rent and this and that. And you start like looking at things. Although I was like that, at the same time, it was almost like a fucking relief. It was like, oh, thank God. Like, I don't have to go do the same fucking shoot over and over again.
Right.
Or, because I wanted to do other things and I just didn't want to do them. So it's just like, all right, so I've wanted to do other things. Now let's do it. And then that's like some of my spec work stuff with like Tom and other things. I wanted to start getting back into doing things because I wanted to do them. The podcast too. Like, I wanted to, the High Rocks podcast that I did out there.
Right.
I wanted to push myself to do that. Because that's really what I started the video work for. It wasn't just to be a slave to companies. It was so I can create my content and have fun doing it.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, that's what you want, right?
Yeah, but that's what I wanted. Unfortunately, at some point, it pivots and it turned into a business where I worked for others as opposed to working on my own. I work in my business. That's not scalable. And I've learned that over the last, 3 years especially. What is scalable is working on the business. So if I get people that are that handle different roles and whatnot, kind of like what we were saying before with the gyms.
Yeah.
If you open it by yourself, you're shooting yourself in the foot. It's over.
Yeah.
But as you want to scale and get to that next level, you need people around you.
Yeah.
So I need an editor. I need someone to. I already have somebody that handles my books now.
Yeah.
I need somebody that also helps me on shoots. This is gradual because I can't do it all.
No.
I can't take all the meetings. I had a 3.5 hour meeting yesterday. That's from noon until almost 4:00 in the afternoon. Shot my day.
Yeah.
Shot. I can't get any more. I mean, I can get edits done, but they're not going to be like, the love is not going to be in it.
Yeah.
You can force an edit out, but like, you're not going to really enjoy doing it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's art at the end of the day. It's art.
Of course.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not comparing myself to Pablo Picasso or like a famous artist, but it's like at the same time, imagine if he had to get his painting done and somebody just went, it's due tomorrow.
Yeah.
It's due tomorrow. Get it done now. I'm not in the mood.
Yeah.
I gotta really want to just be in the present moment of just doing it. I don't want to be told I got to do it. It's a weird feeling.
Yeah, and I have a hard time with that, staying present. Not to like pivot, but like you just said it. It's like, I think it was yesterday. You posted something and I messaged you. It was like,
yeah, you did.
Thank you for that.
What was it?
And I
forget something?
I forgot what it said, but I have a hard time every single summer being in the teacher life, and like my mind is always go, 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 go. Like everything, like no matter what, like even Alexa, she's just like,
oh yeah, allow yourself to rest. Remember that you are human and that you need to rest too. being always productive can sometimes harm your mental health.
Yep.
Yeah. No, I read that and I was like, screenshotted it. I was like, just remind yourself this.
Yeah.
Like, you need it. But like I was saying, every summer, like the first 2 weeks of summer break, for teachers and everything, I have a hard time with it because I can't transition into just being off, right? Like I'm used to waking up at 5 o'clock, making my coffee at 5:08,
Feels like Groundhog Day, right?
It literally
every
is.
Day feels the same. And
then
it's a weird type of like, it's a weird negative feeling actually in my mind.
Yeah.
I don't know about for you guys.
Oh no, I go through it. And like I get out at 2:50 and then it's like, as soon as that bell rings, I'm like, all right, I got to get to Tom's class. I get home, I change, I go to Tom, I cook dinner, I go to bed or shower, then go to bed, whatever it is. It's just like I'm in that cycle for 250 days, whatever it is. And then it's like June 27th and it's like, okay, you're now off, right? For the next
the train screeches halt.
Right.
That's it.
And what I like to do is I like to train at 7 o'clock with Tom and then I'm done at 8:30 and it's like, okay. And like, not to like put it like this, like, oh, he has all day off. But like for me, it's like, I got to be doing something, right? And I'm in my bed at like 9 o'clock in the morning, just, watching television or catching up on something. It's sunny outside. I'm like, I should be outside right now.
Yep.
Right? Like, why am I not at the beach? Should I like go for coffee? Like, should I go for a walk?
And there's almost too many options and things to potentially do that you handicap yourself by not doing anything almost. And you just feel guilty that you didn't do anything.
Oh, that's like my biggest weakness. And to this day, like it takes me like a few weeks, like around this time, like I'm kind of in my groove, but like still, like if it's a nice day outside and I'm inside and I see like blue skies and like kids are out, I'm like, what the are you doing right now?
Yeah.
Like, let's go in the garden, like clean something up, like whatever it is. But sometimes you got to just chill out. You got to watch some television here and there, or you want to read a book or hang out. Like, it's okay.
Yeah, it's cool. Fine. It's cool to not do anything. There's been plenty of times, and I still feel that way, especially because I don't have a girl, and I train hard in the mornings and this and that, and I'll be laying on the couch on the weekends, especially. I'll be laying on the couch. It would be like 11 o'clock or something like that. And you'd go, what are you doing? Like, go do something. And I go, nah, bro, you're just chilling, man. Well, you should go, then that inner dialogue. You should go out to a bar, even though I don't drink anymore, but you should go out to a bar, or you should go to find an event, or just do something, because you're never going to find anybody if you are just staying in the house. And it's like this inner conflict dialogue. You just go, oh my God, I'm so fucking exhausted. Can I just enjoy? I just trained my balls off for the last 2 hours at jujitsu or with Tom. Can I just like chill? Yeah. I just want to relax. I don't want to have to think about doing things.
Without a doubt.
Everything happens when it's supposed to. That's what I believe in. Like recently, and to be also for me to be transparent, I lost all my personal training clients literally the past month and a half, 2 months. One guy didn't have the money. He lost his job. Another guy lost his father. He's moving to Florida. Another guy is going to summer camp. He's young. He can't come to the gym at certain times. I lost a couple of my really good clients that were my friends for a year or two, and they just take advantage and they just think they could fucking walk all over me, where I am not that type of person. And that's why after watching the West Side Barbell documentary, he lost a lot of his best guys, world record holding people. And there were times where he had nobody in the gym. But he stuck to his principles and he stuck to things that he knew. And that's another big reason why recently I'm like, all right, I want to change up my shit. I want to buy new shit. I want to redesign the gym. I want to redesign my programming a little bit, just tweak it a little bit. And I want to focus on getting in people that want to be here, that want to fucking show up with me every day. Because I'm there every fucking day. I'm there 7 days a week. And it's like, like I'm putting my fucking all in for people that don't fucking appreciate it. It's like, oh, like I'm paying you this much money, but you don't have a sauna. You don't have a shower. You don't have this. Okay, how about you go fuck yourself? Because I put all my fucking time and energy and heart and soul into this fucking place. I could have bought a house by now. I put $150,000 into this fucking place the past 3 years because I work every fucking day. So it's like I'm putting all my energy into that shit, and you're going to bitch about shit that I don't fucking have? Oh, I pay $200 a month, but you don't have a fucking shower. Okay. Cool. That's another 10 grand that I'm putting into the fucking place. And you might just fucking up and go because I'm respecting myself. I'm sticking up for myself and you're not even fucking paying me. You know what I mean? It's a fucking hassle for you to have that exchange with me. Like I'm a business and I fucking provide a service and you're not paying for it. You know what I mean? Like I get I can help people out in a sense, but it's like, dude, I have shit that I got to fucking deal with too. But that's why recently I just changed up my mindset. I want to appeal to people that actually want to fucking be there. I'd rather have the lions, 50 lions, and not 500 sheep. That's why opening up a bigger gym, I mean, yeah, would it be cool? But it's a lot of stress. It's a lot of shit that I would have to deal with. And it's like, I want people in there that are actually going to hustle, not people that just come in and want to come for photo shoots or want to come just to fucking talk shit and not train. It's like, you know, there's a lot of different factors in it, but everything happens when it's supposed to, and that gears you into propelling you forward to be in the next state of life, because it's everlasting evolution with what we all deal with.
Yep. Constantly changing and adapting and pivoting and learning different things. And it's weird, man.
Yep.
Yeah.
Weird little thing we deal with.
At the end of the day, you got to have fun, man. Whatever it is.
That too, yeah. That, you
have to
lose
have
sight,
fun.
unfortunately, you lose sight of it sometimes especially when you're running a business, because the monotony of just the bills and just the business side of things, they just get in the way of why you got into it in the first place.
Let me ask you something. Like, you love going to jiu-jitsu, right?
Love it.
And like, you're training, you're doing everything, and it's like, that's just like the bonus of it. It's like, yo, like, I'm doing all this amazing stuff, health reasons, but like, I'm also like having fun, right? Like, I'm going to his gym every day, whatever it is, I'm running, whatever. But like, running is more of like me clearing my head and like doing other things. But like, when I go to his gym, it's like, I'm doing all this crazy shit, obviously, and you see it, but I love doing it.
It's fun.
It is. I have fun doing it. And when I did CrossFit, I had fun. And you know, my last years at CrossFit, I was solo doing it. I ended up joining a gym, like, it was post-COVID, like, you know, when gyms were starting to open. I ended up training like by myself at a CrossFit gym, and I hated it. Like, I would just do my own programming. I knew what I was doing, but like, I wasn't having fun. And I knew at that time, it was like, I know that I was going to him at the time when I was doing all that. I was just saying, I was going to him once a week. I was going to him on Sundays. And then he opened up his gym. And at first, like, I was like, how am I going to make this transition? I've been doing CrossFit for 10 years. I'm now going to leave that completely and do something that I do once a week. I know it works, but like, that's a big jump in my mind, right? To anyone else, it's not a big deal. But like, for me, it was like, all right, like, you ready to make that leap? And it was probably the best decision I could have made, because there's so much more enjoyment, and I enjoy going to his classes. Obviously, they're crazy, and like, you know, you see what you see, but like, it's just, if you're not having fun wherever you are, I'm not saying you gotta have fun at work, but like, you have to enjoy what you do too, because you're not going to get through the next 30, 40, 50 years, whatever it is that you're doing. So it's the same thing with fitness as well.
Yep.
Thank you for making that leap with me, my friend.
You got it, man.
You did, because I opened up my gym. That was a fucking leap for me. You know?
Yeah, no, I'm just like, fucking awesome.
But that's what it is, man. I appreciate him, because it's like, he's been with me before I fucking opened up my own spot. You know, so it's just taking those leaps, and just hopefully fucking shit just turns out good.
Yeah, man.
It
is weird how one door closes, another one opens. Always.
Like I said, it all happens how it should, when it's supposed to happen.
Yep.
Yeah.
That is life. We are all just a little fucking brain machine, just
Slob
operating a human skeleton machine in like a weird fucking society.
So strange. So strange. The more you think about it, I'm gonna get stressed.
Start tweaking.
I think on that note, we should go get food.
Yeah, ramen.
Okay.
We'll do a part 2.
I would love a part 2.
This is great. This is
awesome.
Yeah, this is awesome.
It's awesome. I think we'll do more episodes. It's over 2 hours that we've been going.
That was great.
Oh wow,
Mr. Pooch.
that was 2 hours.
That's 2 hours and 15 minutes right now.
Jesus.
16. Mr. Pooch, how can people follow the psychoticness of your training?
I have nothing really to plug. I have an Instagram. It's
That's enough.
JOHN_POOCH. John Pooch.
He thought I was looking for an OnlyFans plug.
listen. You hear these podcasts. It's like, hey, like, you know, you could buy this product.
Shouts to suds.com for keeping me clean.
Bro, I'm not sponsored at anything. I got nobody out there for me.
Like, what the fuck was that sponsor?
Yeah, Instagram, John Pooch.
And then
John
as usual, Tom, plug.
Tom DeGiuli, TOMDEGIULI, Strength Factory, Strength Factory, 2 weeks free, still going on, baby. Come down. Don't be a little bitch.
Don't be a little bitch.
Come by and train with us.
Come through. Pooch, I appreciate you, dude.
Thank you, bro.
You are the man.
Yo, I had so much fun. And I hope people enjoy it.
Oh, they definitely will.
I really hope.
We'll break some clips up. It'll be a good time.
Yeah, man.
As for everybody else, continue to share the show, like, comment, subscribe, do all the fun things to help grow the show. I appreciate everybody for fucking with us, but for now,
Let's eat.
Peace.
let's eat and peace.
Peace.